Alright, sounds like we're going to get some walkouts. Wei going to be walking out first. Nice little jackets from Wei. T1 are going to come out with the F1 kit. The major difference we're going to see in the jackets here is going to be the number of sponsors on the jacket. That's the major difference we're going to see here. Alright, here comes T1. T1, I think this is, I think for Wei, qualification to the Asia LAN for them will be a huge boon. But I don't think they came into it expecting it. They knew it was possible, but I think if you come, compared to T1, I think T1 come in expecting to go to the Asia LAN. Expecting to qualify, try and qualify for China. I think if T1 go out here, it's a really big problem for the organization. Gamer. Alright, let me get that VOD uploaded. Alright, confirmation of the opening lineup here. The key bit is obviously that Milgaru is in this starting lineup, which means we should probably expect some Ball. Maybe some Malga as well. Depending on where we get taken for the map. So yeah, the way it's going to work in Asia is there's going to be a group stage. So there's going to be 2 groups of 4, 2 Korean teams in each group, 1 Japanese group team in each group, and 1 Pacific team in each group. Those 2 groups will play a round robin. Top 2 from each group, they go through to the actual playoff LAN element of Asia, which will be which is going to be all of the Korean teams. Sorry, spoilers. Maybe MFC if you've huffed enough copium. Viper in as well is interesting. All right, so we talked about wanting to see more from Zest, but actually we need to see more from Viper. I think Viper's also in the disappointing season camp so far, right? Hasn't played that many games, hasn't played that many maps, hasn't done that well when he has been in as well. But they are relying on him here for this one. Probably their most important of the game of the season so far.
Interview, it's going to be Rush from T1 and it's Pepe, the tank player from Wei.
The coaches disagree, they've seen enough. Yeah, I wanted to see more. The coaches, this is too much already. No more. You're qualifying to Korea and booming their budget. Gotta get spawn camped. Yeah, I mean, it's a time-honored tradition for Pacific teams to go over to Korea, get stomped by the Korean teams, have a nice time in Korea, then fly home, you know? It's part of the culture at this point.
So the first question is, I got to meet T1 after 2 weeks. Let's hear the thoughts. So the question directed at Pepe about meeting T1 again.
I feel like we're so out of sync. I'm just going to cast for body language. Rush gets an initial big laugh.
T1 3-0.
Significant advantage.
And the response from Pepe is, they said it was difficult to meet only a strong team, but I think today was good. Now Rush's thoughts on that same question of meeting again after 2 weeks. Rush says,
yeah, they got an English broadcast for all of the playoffs.
I don't know why, so he's actually kind of cooking his own team there a little bit. Rush to be a real one a little bit, so not afraid to kind of you know, talk a little smack about his own team.
Real British football energy right there.
The question to Pepe was, how did you prepare?
저희도 이제 저희가 잘하는 걸 위주로 좀 더 갈고 닦고 이제 그 외에 이제 좀 다른 것도 이제 준비하고 있습니다.
네, 오늘 더 날카롭게 갈고 닦아온 T1의 경기력 너무 기대가 됩니다. 자, 정규 시즌에서 웨이가 T1을 상대로 3대0 완승을 거두긴 했지만
such long gaps between it.
Previously, I only practiced on mainstream maps, so this time I think I prepared a lot of different heroes and maps. So Pepe is saying that typically, you know, trading a lot of playtime with himself and Milgaru being played on he said mainstream maps. I don't really know what that means in terms of. Yeah, I suppose the normal maps, and the same question to Rush would be what preparations T1 make.
Lost in the source, heard yet?
We
It was
feel
pretty
better right
one-sided.
now, I guess.
A couple of the maps were
Actually, nothing
close,
has
but it
changed,
never,
and I
it
worked
never,
hard, so
never looked like FTG were actually in danger of taking the
business
series.
as usual there.
자, 오늘 승리하게 될 경우에는 세이조원 아시아 진출
Surely he'll ban Sigma's this. Come on.
Score prediction
곳을 향해 같이 나아갈 팬분들께도 한번
should be pretty obvious that both teams will predict for their team to win. I think.
Been up since
Pippi
5.
says, I think it'll be
The
a
early shift.
4-3. Rush saying it'll be a 4-2. So I think what to note there is that both teams are saying that
Rush
it
has
should be a
got the same
close game,
prediction
and
as
I expect
me.
it to be a close one as well. Finally, a word to the fans.
Rush looks better today, no?
앞으로도 더
Like he looks healthier.
보여드릴 수 있도록
This is gonna maybe it sounds like a diss, but I actually mean it as a compliment. This isn't sarcastic. I actually think Rush looks better today. Like he looks healthier. Like he looks like he's got a good night's sleep for once.
두 번째 경기 이제 곧 시작될 예정인데요. 맵 세트도 확인해 보시죠.
And Wei says, I will always work hard without forgetting Wei's color. Rush says, I will go back to winning so that I can continue to show off my matches in the future.
Yeah, so
And Matt
backhanded.
Hamlin
Yeah,
has
but
Antarctic Peninsula.
I don't.
Actually,
I know how it
I'm
sounds, but I
looking
don't
at
mean it
again,
backhanded. You know.
Like a Li Jiang.
I don't mean it backhanded. I promise you. I mean it as I think he genuinely looks better. It's good news, you know. It's good news, is what I'm saying. All right, so we get Antarctic Peninsula right now. That was so a bit of a weird one, Antarctic Peninsula, just because there's such a difference essentially between the stages. If we talk about like Icebreaker versus Sub-Level, these are two completely different map archetypes. Yeah, it is pretty stompy. Yeah. Yeah, it's not in. It's only in the Korea map pool, Shazana, which is why we've seen just less of it in general, compared to like, you know, like what maps. I feel like we've seen so much Esperanza in this year. I think it's partly because of a smaller pool in EMEA in North America, but it feels like we've seen so much goddamn Esperanza. 그러다 보니까 더더욱 관심이 갑니다. 하지만 그 길을 열기 위해서는 방금 보였던 이 밀가루 선수. Yeah, I think same with Suravasa, right? Feels like we've seen so much Suravasa. Even though it's combined with the others, it still feels like we've seen so much of it. 동학 선수도 보라면 진짜 둘째가라면 서러울 정도로 잘하는 선수인데. 그렇죠. 결국엔 볼벤하고. So expectations here is I think on yes, the expectation here is I think we're going to see ball comp from Milgari, maybe Hazard, maybe he just plays Malga as well. I mean, maybe like Icebreaker just becomes a Malga map. Maybe there's a chance to ball on sub-level. I think Labs and Icebreaker. Maybe they'll both just lean Malga. I'm more interested to see what T1 do, because I feel like Malga's just not a good hero for Donghag. So it might be the way the meta is starting to lean right now. It's just bad for T1 in general. And yes, no idea. New Queen Street is in the map pool. Only for Korea though. Can they Winston mirror? I think if I'm Wei, I don't want to Winston mirror at all. Like if I'm T1, T1's win condition is Proud playing hit scan? If yes, we've got a good chance. Is Donghag able to play like Hazard, Ball or Winston? If yes, we've got a pretty good chance, you know? Wei, on the other hand, they'll take the ball mirror where they have to. Or the Malga mirror where they have to. But I think really they want to just force situations where they can get Peppy and they can play the Sigma comp. But they can only do that on certain maps. But we'll see that. That'll be later in the day. We'll get that later in the series. Have you seen the FPL system? How does the map pick work? Have I ever played Suravasa 1,000 times? I mean, every game has it, right? Everyone has like their Dust 2. In TF2 it was CP Badlands. So every game has it, but Overwatch doesn't because it's always random. Maybe Lijiang Tower is kind of that, but like the map and just everyone plays to death. Maybe we'll get that. Alright, I'll show you the way back versus I came back from hell. Badlands sucks. Grow up, Pizza Jordan. Badlands and Gullywash are the best maps in the game. And I won't be taking any notes on that. It was a lot of control and push. It's an FPL, right? Hey, Mr. Fish. Demo Man bias. I didn't play Demo Man. Didn't play Demo Man. Not as my main, at least, anyway.
이 OWCS를 관람하시려고 자퇴를 하시고 퇴사를 하시고 사실 이런 분들 덕분에
Did Chris get an FPL invite? They offered all of us, like the uncoachable lot, and we all said no. Why would we fucking play it? Come on! It's meant to be elitist! Keep us out! You have to bounce ourselves from the club.
요즘에 딜러들 고점이 정말 많이 올라간 웨이라서 빵빵 터지는 장면이 많기 때문에
Don't fucking invite us. It's Face It Pro League, Malk. It's basically like invite-only pugs for all the top OWCS and Face It Masters players. Morning, Human Readable. I think it's been a long time no see Human Readable, but glad to see you.
심지어 시그마 성트예요.
맞아요.
Easy to hate Sir Korea, but do we have the courage to hate King's Row? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of King's Row. I can get on that page.
이제 뭐 나도 받고 들어가면은 많은 분들이 이제 그모 음료수의 이름을 외치시더라고요.
You're on the list? No, we're not. Exactly. Yeah, come straight in, boss. We will not be coming in. You don't want us in there. You don't want us in there. It'll be too much trouble.
그렇죠. 이렇게 절실한 팬분들이 있으니까 승리로 보답해야 되겠죠.
야,
Ooh.
일본에서 오신 분 계시네요.
Who said I wouldn't be part of any club that would let me in? I don't know Plum, but it rings a bell actually. Like I feel like I have heard that quote before, but I don't know what it's from. I think if you want to play more games, you avoid long time spending map for the end, pushing control by time. Yeah, I mean, I guess in FPL the map length doesn't really matter, right? Because everyone's just everyone's happy to play like a longer game. Because the quality's higher. Being the opposite of locked in? Yeah, it's all going well. It's all going well. Excited for playoff weekend. F1 testing on one, me on the other. Living the dream.
근데 이젠 정말 프라우드 선수도 나는 이 대한민국 오버워치 e스포츠 씬의 미래가 아니다. 현재다. 라고 좀 외치고 싶을 타이밍 됐거든요.
아, 그쵸.
Charlie Sheen wasn't Charlie Chaplin.
만한 실력을 갖고 있고.
Why so many ads? I mean, you're not going to hear the answer to this because you're watching the ads. But the answer is we're watching the ads now, so we don't have ads during the game. I had to run one in like the middle of the game last one because we were like out of cooldowns, but that felt kind of bad. But this time we're ahead on the ads, you know? We've got our time banked, so we won't have to watch any ads during the thing.
하시는지 영상으로 봤어요.
아, 전설 속 스크림의 프라우드.
와, 제가 본 영상이
I'm pretty sure me and Chris have I'm pretty sure me and Chris have played a Rhine mirror before, no? Is that true? Maybe we did a Winston mirror. Yeah, cheers, Sepulch. When's uncoachable? I should get a command for this really because people are asking all the time. We're hoping next week, but scheduling's really tough. Between like shout out, sorry, I'll get back to this. Shout out Killy or Devon YouTube chat saying what did you play in TF2? I played medic mostly, hence the medic statue. That was my main, but I played so much TF2, so soldier probably my second main, and then a little bit of Demo Man as well. Never scout. I'm so bad at scout. Moving and aiming, it's too hard to have good movement and good aim on scout. So need some of the more forgiving projectiles for my aim. Sorry, uncoachable. Yeah, so scheduling's super hard right now because Unter's in the US, so the time zones have changed. The guess we want is obviously in playoffs because we want it to be a playoffs episode. But it just means between scrims and differing off days is really tricky. Really tricky. But we're gonna wait and see how the results go because depending on how the games go this weekend, that will decide everyone's off day. Then once we know everyone's off day, we can maybe try and figure out a time for it to work. We get TF2 Classic streams when it comes out. Is it bringing out TF2 Classic? Is it just going to be like vanilla unlocks essentially? Whoa. Fork on the long run. Wait, first time followage?
아니 그 윈스턴 들고 왔는데 앞에서 리포랑 토르벤이 때리고 있는 건 윈스턴이 제일 잘 알죠. 현장직이요? 현장직의 말을 들어야 된단 말이에요. 맞아요.
일단 그 현장직들이 좋아하는 좀 소위 현장직들의 선택은 좀 나오지 않았고.
I didn't know you did a first time followage.
루시우와 파라 탱커맨은 없습니다.
I'm sure it'll get to you eventually. Oh, thank you, Pozeka? Hey, thanks for the 2 months. Welcome.
예.
Welcome back, I should say.
빠르게 몰아붙이는 것들을 생각해서 루시오를 좀 걸러준 것 같고요.
Ooh.
반대로 이제
Alright.
파라를 배늘한
Should we lock in? So Lucio banned from Wei.
본인들이 뭐 준비한
Obviously, their map pick, and they ban Lucio.
그리고 이제 아까 문창식 해설이 남극
So I don't know.
러시결의
Obviously, bear in mind, Wei have basically 2 flex supports as their backline. So anytime Wei can just play like a Juno Brig or a Kiri Anna or all of this, it's like a really big advantage for them. What are you saying? I don't get why I could hear Avril talking and now we are back on the Korean players. Do you switch him? Yeah, we swapped to the English broadcast because they do the translation for the interviews. It's a little bit scuffed because they're doing it like they're feeding him the information, so there's like extra steps that causes delay. But yeah, then we're just going back to the Korean one because I feel like it's English talking over Korean. I mean, I imagine most of us here don't speak Korean. It's a little bit more palatable than English over English. Alright, Luca, they've heard you. They're starting the game. Alright, TP out of spawn. We're getting right into this. The people, the good people of chat, 58% here for T1. Let's see if that translates into reality. Have I seen more Bastion? Mauga coming out from Wei, Bastion from Aid. It is Anakirio as we expected from Wei. T1 going to be playing the Hazard comp. Proud has got the Hanzo now. Hanzo's not a hero we see too much of, maybe a little bit on Gibraltar, but this is a very good Hanzo map. And we're actually going to try and rotate forward here, but T1 are just picking them off. Proud laying down the arrows. Who are you going to try and go forward? Gets 1 kill onto Proud, actually. They're going to keep walking forward as Donhat comes to body block for his backline. They've got the Tracer in the back here from Viper. They've somewhat stabilized, but they've been separated from Milgara, but who are you comes through, the wall comes up, blocks his dash out right now, gets the Mega Bow actually, so who are you can keep going, and Aid is back! Here comes the Bastion, Scoots, 1 HP, tries to hit the little mine, they've not got control of point yet, T1. Who are you will dash back out, needs a bit of pocket right now, Viper's trying to hunt no one down, but Nade is good actually from Maka. They conceded the flip here, Wei. Still in this, Aid continues to run for Bastion. Attempting the retake here. Now, generally, this should be the hardest stage for the Mauga, I think. Just because there's that high ground, low ground dynamics to have to worry about. Early point force coming through, but Viper can keep on contested. Actually, Viper's going to try and go into the back here. Who he's deflecting, trying to push him. Defense has been used. Pulse bomb opportunity for Viper now. Are they looking at him? Oh! Well, doesn't get any value out of the pulse bomb, but the shot from Proud lands the other way. They're going to nano in Who Are You regardless, though, into this Ravo, so there's not a lot Who Are You can do into this. Sleep there onto Viper allows them to get 1 trade. They're hunting him down. Maka and Lisa Min in a lot of trouble. Maka's actually going to try and push for a kill, but Proud gets the headshot. Just about gets himself out of that one. T1 will reset, can maintain themselves control of the point. And Proud is just, I think, quietly just been getting through a lot of work here on the hand zone. No surprise to see him running the scatter arrows here, which is obviously you get scatter arrows with your storm arrows. Dragon comes through onto that Kitsune rush, takes down Proud, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. 2 ults both away, invested into this. Opener tries to respond with the rally. Viper's going to go stop the flip coming through from Milgari. The cage comes out now from Milgari. There are a lot of players down. Milgari thinks he can win. I think he's just wrong, though. Ah! Boost for stream! Boost for stream! Boost for stream! Boost for stream! Quick! Quick, back onto YouTube, back onto YouTube. We'll get an action replay. Action replay. Alright, same thing. Oh, the quality feels dog in comparison. We give I think we're back. We're back! Jumping back into the future! Oh, we're not back. Yeah, even the Korean chat's complaining about it as well. The stream's dead! Over to English, over to English! Oh, I've got to pause. Okay. I guess the pause is to fix the stream.
전해드리도록 하겠고 일단 지금까지 구도를 정리해
We're
봤을
back.
때 T1이
Yeah, look at chat. You see chat. You can only see a bit of it. Chat are asking for a pause.
웨이를 전방위적으로 압박하면서 기세가 이어지고 있던 상황이었습니다.
Guys, please.
FTG 때도 제가
네.
Guys, please pause. Please pause. I can't see.
거를 화력으로 갈아버린다. 그러니까 노렸던 게 아나 힐벤 또는 수면으로 통해서 들어오는 해저드라든가 그런 걸
Didn't know you could do that. Yeah. If you're ever struggling, just hit the PP in chat and they'll get the stream paused for you.
저게
Maybe it's a coincidence that one of the players needed it as well. It looks like someone's over there talking
좀 그래도 괜찮아서 연구하는
talking to them
팀들이
now.
있다라는 얘기들은 돌았거든요. 근데 전주에는 나오지
Yeah, this is actually
이번 주에 좀 나오는 걸
this is
봤을 때
terrible news
확실히
for Luke on his
들어가고
interview.
있는 것 같기는
Good luck on your
해요.
interview, by the way.
바셀 조합이 말씀 주셨던 것처럼 선턴을 어쨌든 강습으로 써야 되다 보니까 자리가
I'm sure we'll get it
밀려났을 때
unpaused
확실히 좀
soon.
어렵습니다. 거기다가 웨이가
Any knee injuries?
지금
Not yet.
그 T1이 쓰는 조합을 열어내기가 좀 힘들게 T1이 운영을 잘하고 있어요. 사이드에서 날개
What team chose this map? It was it not Way?
그 사이에 이제 안정적으로 자리 잡고 있는
Way
딜라인이
with a higher
혼자
seed, I
상태에서
think, coming in,
프라우드가
so it
포킹을
should have been there.
쓰는데 그거를 선턴을 태우고 나서 뒤까지 도달하기가 너무 힘드니까
Yeah, I
좀
pretty
많이
sure it was Way.
끌려다니고 있는 구도인 거죠.
그러니까 확실히 굉장히 강력한 한 턴이 있다 보니까
네.
좀 치러야 하는 대가가 혹독한 바스티온인 거네요.
이제 더 간단하게 표현하면 그냥 원상적인
Speaking of Koreans,
조합인
why
거라서
haven't Merit and someone been signed? I don't think anyone
그러면은
really
컬러가
knows
안
for
나가면
sure.
돼요.
Well, some people probably know for
그래서
sure, but
좀
no one knows
편하게
publicly
운영을
for
하고
sure.
있는 겁니다.
I think one of the leading rumors is that they probably are signed to a team. Gala knows. Yeah, the leading rumor, and I actually have no idea if it's true. Gala will tell us for 10 subs. Oh, maybe we can find out for real. Gala knows.
잡아버리겠다. 바스티온을 잡아버리겠다. 이렇게 깊게 들어가는 식으로 운영하면 그런 틈이 열리거나 아니면 동학 선수가 역으로 빨려 들어가거나
Someone to Virtus Pro.
상황이 연출이 될 수
Fuck, Merit and someone to Virtus Pro.
그렇죠.
이 이상으로
Gala's here.
위험해질 수 있고 한 조의 딜각이 나오지 않으니 여기서 딱 선 긋고
Someone Emeritus
여기서까지만
Investor?
운영을 하겠다. 이 이상
Only
들어가지
Gala
않고
can
따라가는
tell us.
플레이를 통해서 한
Unfortunately, we need to do
조라든가
some kind of
계속해서
Spanish
공격을
Inquisition to get the information out of him.
다운 냉철한 분석을 통해서 그 선 확실하게 그어주고 있습니다.
딱 그 두 개 공존하잖아요. 행복편과 절망편.
예.
근데 거점을 먼저 주는 바람에
Who played today and how did it go? Grandpa asked.
절망편이 발현돼가지고
Crazy Raccoon played FTG and it went the way you expected it to. Crazy Raccoon actually pretty comfortable across the course of all the maps.
에이드 선수도 그렇고 후알류 선수도 그렇고 보다 보면은 진짜 그 슈퍼 플레이라고 할 만한 클러치적인 플레이가 좀
Someone a merit to
제일 많이
99 Divine.
나오는 팀
Yeah,
중에
they're
하나인 것
gonna
같아요.
skip straight to the Acer
웨이
stage.
자체의 색깔도 뭔가 특이하다면
I think it'll be an all-star game in Korea. Yeah, I presume it's on
적극적으로
Sunday because we've only got one game on Sunday.
해주면서
So I'm
이제
expecting
시그마가 막 선호받지 않는
I'm expecting
상황에서도
that's when we'll get the
나오면서
all-star
이
game.
선수 특유의
I don't know exactly what it's gonna
순간도로
entail,
해나가는 것들이 있지 않습니까?
but maybe depending on like start time and stuff, I might as well like turn the stream on and watch it
커버해주는
kind of
게
in the
있기 때문에 이
background.
자리까지 온 거고요. 좀 걸리나 본데요.
그렇죠. 저희
네,
이제
주변에 있는 저희
It replaced the third place game. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. Oh, thank you, Antrakos. Antrakos Twitch. Thank you very much for the 12
아니라
months.
여러분이 붙었다는
back.
데서
예.
시간이 필요하다는 뜻일 것 같습니다.
We'll be up for the Japan final. Probably
Probably
not. Almost certainly not, if I'm being honest with you.
네.
Not like North America into the 5 a.m. start.
이기는 대신에
It's
친구
not
부분이
looking good.
사라진다고 하신데
아니 what
What was I saying? Merit's just good he's taking a break for stage 1, I think. Yeah, I'd be surprised if it was like a... What's the word I'm looking for? What's the phrasing here? Like an intentional break? Or if he's just not allowed to play until stage 2.
라고 이제 그런 마음가짐으로 응원을 하고 계신다라는 걸 제가 좀 대변을 해드린 거죠.
예, 무서운
Are
사람이
someone and Merit? Yeah, they're both super keen to play together. Yeah.
빨간 버튼 근처에 있는 거 아니죠? 찾아봐요. 지금 없는 거.
They're, like, for the most part, I think they almost always come as a package deal type
저렇게
thing.
좀 광클을 하고
Are we certain they're on Falcons? Not at all. Not literally, no idea. It just seems like the current, the best hypothesis so far.
일반적인 그 피해자 있었겠어요.
빨리 더 누르세요. 더 누르세요. 이미 했잖아.
이미 했잖아요. 방해해야 돼요.
두분다
Sabbatical.
기술들 몇 개 있죠.
아니 오락실에 그 게임기 있잖아요. 그
어떤
버튼
거?
3개 누르는 그 비시밭이라고 그러나요? 그거 이렇게 막 버튼 3개 있어가지고 막 여러 가지 아케이드 게임 하고.
Kyle Kev, someone and Merit? I mean, someone does a lot of the heavy lifting, I reckon, but it has to be someone and Merit.
자, 그리고 뭐 웨이 팬분들
I mean, you know who the real duo is that always play together? It's just Fielder and Chio, no? Those are the real attached at the hip kind of. They're the best package deal going, I reckon.
그리고 이게 이 매치부터 중요한 게 분석해야 돼요.
예.
냉철하게 스카우터 딱 끼고 그래 이 중에서 우리의 상대가 될 게 누구인지는 알아봐야 되거든요.
Yes, their 4th year. Yeah. All right. We're straight back into it. Relocking back in. T1 yet to lose a fight. Donghack gonna go for the engage. Sleeper's gonna go wide. Mac is in so much trouble. Counter stop is good from Donghack. Good from Milgaru. Donghack might die for this. They try to push forward to save him. Proud has swung really aggressively. But who are you as touch the point here? And he's got the flip. Donghack's so close to get the kill there. Opener's gonna just run in and try and get any trade they can. It ends up being a very straightforward fight for Wei. Felt like they were a little bit slow on the follow-up there. I don't know if Viper was being pulled back to point. Viper was being pulled back to point, so he wasn't there to dive with Donghack. Lee Min now trying to mark this Tracer on the flank. Has forced for recall. Lee Min has been an absolute menace on the flank throughout the regular season and the seeding tournament. Now who are you? Holding up. Donghack will go and clear him. Aid and Mac are trying to hold onto the high ground. Has this groggy perk as well. Stomp comes in, catches Proud. Viper's good for a trade though. Nano is still out. They've got the Ray on point still here. T1 trying to push forward, but they've lost Opener while they push forward. Donghack's a little bit separated on the high ground here. Reload timing for Milgaru though. Trying to get the Juno. Will burn through it. Kills the Juno, but Donghack's killed too while this has happened. They still have control of the point way. Viper and Donghack hunting for kills. They don't see the Bastion in the corner. They've only got eyes for this Malga. Milgaru will be cleared. The downpour comes out, catches the Bastion. Perfect recall from Viper. Viper and Donghack now have just won this sort of extended 2v2. A dragon has been thrown at Maka. Sleep will be dodged, and Donghack and Viper get 3 kills there, which should be enough to see him over the line. Pulse Bomb available now as well. Donghack's just collecting all these clean-up kills on point. Pulse Bomb is wide, but it doesn't matter. And Donghack, bit of help from Viper, gets it done. T1 100 to 60 in this first round. Okay. Alright, so interesting. We thought that T1 would not want to play the Malga unless they have to. Sub-level is very different though. I think sub-level you can get away with not playing the Malga. This map now rather, I think it'll be on, I want to say Labs. Labs and Icebreaker in these next 2 rounds are going to be significantly better for Wei's comp. But Bastion continues to remain interesting. My presumption is they're hoping the self-repair on Bastion is going to be what actually sends him over the edge, potentially. Or he's going to go Lindholm Explosives. I think the self-repair might just be better, though. We'll wait and see what Aid picks. It's going to be a TP out spawn from both teams right now, and it is Hazard for T1. So T1 refusing to swallow the Malga pill, a lot like I refuse to finish going through puberty. Early swing, early form timing for Aid. Doesn't find any value out of it. And now the dive in. Sleep is going to catch actually onto Donghack. He wakes up very quickly. They've lost Aid as they go through, and Wei are going to have to try and take a back step now. They've lost control of the choke. Who he was going to try and battle his way out, but he catches a body shot, and Proud will finish off those kills. Milgaru good for 1 trade, but significant player disadvantage still. And T1 win the first fight. Bastion continues to be interesting. Not convinced by it. Wasn't convinced when we saw FGG pull it out. Not been convinced so far in this one. Got the overcharge perk here from Proud as well, which gives him that 150% overclock. Will slide out, hits his head though! Proud gets that slide a little bit wrong, and here are the Lindholm Explosives. He's not gone self-repair. Aid's got a cannon, and he's hitting everyone with it. The artillery has been called right now for Wei. And maybe now this is where we start to see the vision of the Bastion pick in all of this. The Lindholm Explosives. They will be holding close. Viper's been slept actually as well. They're calling the assassination squad. There's the assassination. Who nearly dies for it, but Maka's actually dropped to heal him. So their hold's a little bit out of position right now as Wei will regroup on the high ground, but they did get that pick, so they have time for it. Lindholm explosives. Remember, he's got that nade perk as well, so he doesn't take self-damage from his own nade. Wall comes in, but Donghak is naded. Kitsune rush for Ray, can't heal him. Now they're coming through. Artillery striking for bits of all of this as well. Milgaru's going to run over too. Again, we're seeing the same Malga perks from Milgaru as we've seen from the other Malgas, the 2 hearts and the combat fuel. Worth noting as well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's actually the blade twisting perk from Who Are You Here. So I know a lot of people were meditation filled initially, but after speaking to Backbone in my latest video, it feels like blade twisting is the one that people are going for a little bit more on Genji, which is you get extra damage over time after you get the Swift Strike. Now the Cage Blade coming through. Who You will cut through all of this. The rally goes absolutely nowhere. It's only a 1-for-1 trade though. 2-for-2 right now as this cage settles. Not what you want if you're away, and Ada's in a lot of trouble right there. The artillery can't shoot himself out of that one. Milgaru is alive with Maka right now, but he's getting full beamed by Proud. Goes for the stomp, but Proud can avoid that. He's got the double thrusters as well, so he's got another slide in his back pocket, but doesn't use it, and Milgaru actually gets the kill. It won't change the result of a fight there, but a little bit spooky from Proud. The Malga's just too... His guns are just too big. And they get control of a point against T1, but it costs them a lot in all of that. But honestly, if you win the cage fight, if you're the non-Malga team, it can be a huge swing factor in the course of the series. Or course of the map, I should say. Coming back, Maka nearly has this nano available. A few different options. Ada's just trying to use this artillery. He's just spamming his way in. He catches Viper. The stomp catches everyone as well. The old cannon and stomp. And that's going to be an easy retake for Wei. It's actually a Lindholm explosives world. Don't get stopped and don't get hatched for cannon. And all of a sudden, the Bastion vision is starting to come to life a little bit here. Wei in control. T1 needs to get the touch. I think Viper burnt recall for that touch as well. So now Donghak has to run for it. Nano into the back, trying to catch Skewed. Skewed is close to Ray, but Skewed is too high. He's too slippery. They've lost Viper, but they've got the Ray on point now. Downpour, not there yet for Donghak. He's 1 HP. He's so low, he'll get finished off. They have nearly flipped a point, but Maka finds one back. It's just for support. Skewed and Opener versus the World. They are trying to pocket Opener. Kitsune rush to run down. Poor little OP. He's running, he's hiding. But Lee Soo-min hits the ding. I don't think Skewed can get another touch. And Wei respond, and now the artillery is online. Off. Thank you, Piggy. But it just sort of goes in circles, you know? Goes in circles a little bit, the meta. I think the perks have shifted it, though. I think the Malga perks are actually good value. And I've sort of dragged Malga back into this. Now, between the Malga perks and the Ana perks, I feel suddenly Ball doesn't feel that viable into Malga as much anymore. So it sort of opened it up. And actually, here on Labs, T1 are going to accept they have to play Malga at some point. Proud with the double slide rollout. Viper now onto the Genji. Remember, Viper's not played any Genji so far on this, so he has no perks. So Who Are You just have perk advantage over Viper for what's now is worth. But Viper's got the initial dash in, forces Who Are You back. They're going to keep trying to flip around here, T1. Donghak swinging the nade is going to catch. It catches 2 of them. They killed Lee Soo-min though. Donghak is getting forced back. The stomp is avoided. Milgaru doesn't find that one. Now the deflex onto the artillery. Viper is still forced back. But that creates a bit of separation. Milgaru has been traded during all of that. And they found the initial nade value their way, but they couldn't find a way to follow up on it. Nade onto Proud. And really, if I'm Wei, with the Bastion, with all of this, all I'm looking to do for the most part is find a nade or a sleep in this opening cooldown trade, get the HP advantage of the Malga, push forward from there. Just need to be careful. Viper's on a big flank here. Proud's getting forced out during all of this, but look at Viper. He's an assassin. He goes for the lineup. Doesn't quite get the left click he wants. Gets the deflex out. Maka will still be taken down. Age trying to help him. Can't help him though. Meanwhile, Milgaru, they're still pushing in, but there's no support. We talked about the Ana trying to find nade value, sleep value in his frontline trades, but he can't do that if he's busy dealing with the Genji. This is why you think the previous series we saw Heesan start on the Pharah But then once the other team started playing Ana, he went over to Genji. Because this is the sort of thing a Genji can do way more consistently and way more effectively than a Pharah can. Now we're going to get up to the big ult trade though. Worth noting, Lee Min and Who Are You are just nowhere near these current ults. So T1 have a chance to snowball this ult advantage right now. Ray is nearly ready to go. They just have to care this nade as they push forward with the Ray. Now the Ray comes through. Nade comes out, does catch Proud. Proud will get taken down, but Nano was onto Who Are You as well. Who Are You's going to try and play his life as T1 try and find value with this Ray, but it's Milgaru now. Stomp is good onto Opener. Who Are You is right there as well. Lee Min has died again. But Who Are You has found it. Milgaru and Who Are You combine. They managed to trade a Nano for a Ray and a fight win, and they want to go hunt down Viper. They'll catch him as well. Now they are in control of Point Way. It's going to be a Blade v Blade, Cage v Cage type situation. But you know what? Bastion ult is normally bloody worthless, right? Normally bloody worthless. But you know when it isn't worthless? What if you locked everyone in a cage and then you dropped an artillery strike on that cage? Here we go. Is a Bastion cage coming through? The damage is really underwhelming in the end, and Milgaru's going to go down. I saw the vision too, but where's the damage? Blades will get traded out now as well. They're trying to desperately pocket Who Are You out in this situation. Double TP comes through from Lee Min. Milgaru has made the hazard swap as they are low on time. Kitsune rush because they need to keep Who Are You alive. Trying to pocket him out again. Another TP comes through. Lee Min and Who Are You, they live thanks to this Kitsune rush, but they still need to find a way to win the fight. Milgaru is back on the hazard now. Dings onto it, goes for one shot. Who Are You can't quite connect. Still forces him out. Will get pocketed out of that one as well. Bastion swing on the high ground here, but Aid is all alone. An easy kill for Proud and Doghack to secure. Now sliding onto Point. Another slide in the back pocket. They don't get the touch. I mean, it was going to be a hard fight anyway. But I thought once there was a chance, right? Once Lee Min and Who Are You kind of clutched just to live in that situation, there was a chance. Can I go back and see that? I can't go back on Soup, but I can go back on YouTube. Do we know what? Did I miss something with the cage?
템포의 완급 조절이 T1이 잘했던 것도 있지만 결국 후반부로 가면 갈수록 바이퍼 선수가 사이드 돌아서
Is this as HD as unallowed?
게 되게 리턴이 잘 들어왔다라는 생각이 들었던 라운드입니다.
그렇습니다. 상대방의 조합에 대한 대처 그리고 본인들의 공격성이 잘 살아났던 T1이었습니다. 이렇게 남극반도를 가져가는 두 번째 세트 어떤 팀에게 돌아갈지 저희는 잠시 쉬었다가 돌아오겠습니다.
No, because Donghack takes no damage. Like, Donghack's not directly underneath it. But I feel he should still take some damage, no? Is his health just going up too quickly? Yeah, I think Viper dodges it. It's Donghack who I think should take damage. Or maybe does Opener's shield just block both of them? He has to nuke Skewed. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like Skewed, because Skewed just avoids everything. They're like here, here, and here, right, or something. Oh, is it Donghack's cage, maybe? I don't know. It might just be too spread out, because Donghack does take damage, but he's just getting like healed quite quickly as well. Because right now, Opener's shields up. It's like hard to tell. Does Donghack's cage block any of it? Because I thought it was open top, right? Maybe because Donghack has also just pressed cardiac overdrive and he's shooting a Malga, right? Because you see how now, like, Donghack's cage is really cracked? Yeah, because Opener blocks the last one. Yeah, because Opener's... You can't see it because of the explosion, but Opener's shield is actually pointed up at this point, you know? Yeah, so I think Donghack is taking damage. It's just... I was expecting it to be like a fatal combo, you know? But I guess between the rally and the cardiac overdrive, etc. it's just not that much. I think Garland's probably right in terms of you actually just need to try and bully a squishy. Maybe in general, Rally is a pretty good ult just to have against this combo anyway. Because you can all just play under the Brig Shield. Oh, he shot the cage edge. Yeah, maybe it's just the angle. I see what you mean. It was the first one you're talking about. The second one 100% lands in, but Viper's just moved out of the way. Yeah, maybe the first one... Maybe that was intentional, though, right? Maybe he wanted to land one on the edge of the cage, so they win the cage break battle, essentially. Some of the problem... The only problem is, right? You know what also would go so fucking hard in a cage if this combo doesn't do that much damage? Just Bastion pressing these fucking Lindholm explosives and left-clicking, right? Right? That would go pretty hard. So, I don't know. I guess just throw it in and then press the thing. Press, like, the form. But, yeah, I think maybe there is still legs in it. Maybe there's, like, the combination of, like, targeting the Malgan's maybe just not the choice. Because if you don't hit the headshot with it... They can still headshot, right? Is that true, or did they patch that ages ago? Can't remember. But, yeah. Yeah, you can maybe look at it in the replay afterwards, because there's, like, I'm interested to see the, It used to be able to headshot, right? But did they... maybe they patched that out ages ago. I think it might have been an unintentional thing at the time. But who keeps up with Bastion patch notes, eh? Ooh, Preds. Good shout, Archie. T1 do win that first map. Ooh, let me let the stuff go through.
몸놀림이 가벼운 T1입니다. 튜브의 좀 기동성을 바탕으로
Random jump moment. Just don't jump into the nade, mate. Don't jump into the artillery strike.
바스를 이제 지난번에 웨이가 한번 찍어 먹어보고 맛이 느껴지고 난 다음부터 여러 개 팀들이 좀 쓰고 있다라는 얘기가 좀 있더라고요. 근데 어쨌든
Yeah, I swear it used to be. There 100% it was at a time where you could direct someone with Bastion. You know, and like if you caught it on your head, you just get like almost one shot if you were a squishy, and almost one shot if you were a tank.
양팀이라 어디 선택할지 쉽지는 않아요.
웨이의 필살기 중에 하나인 뭐 눈반이, 파라이수 좀 이쪽으로 꺼내들 가능성도 충분히 좀.
Yeah, maybe headshot's the wrong word, but like significantly more damage than usual. Oh, so that's still the case if you catch it directly. You still get hit by it.
경기력을 보여줬던 전장들이기 때문에 여기서 일단 1점을 따라가는 선택을 하지 않을까 싶기도 하고요.
그렇습니다.
Okay, so maybe they've taken out the headshot, but the direct is still like big damage then. That seems to be like the conclusion I think we're reaching here.
리알토 같은 맵도 충분히 고려 대상이 될 수 있을 것 같고요.
그렇습니다. 또 이제 전반
Yeah, somebody else. It happens as well, like where you're like you just accidentally catch it and you're just fucking dead. Did FCG look conscious in the game earlier? Yeah, I mean it was like they were never going to win, but it was an alright showing, everything considered, you know. Everything considered.
전투 방식이죠.
언급해주신 것처럼 탱커 쪽의 로스터 체인지가 약간 좀 기대되죠.
그러니까 그런 분석을 한 것 같아요. 눈반이든 파라이스든 어쨌거나 동학이 있다 보니까.
So, all right, this seems like a very reasonable map choice coming out from Wei. I imagine I don't know if we saw it already, but I imagine Peppy will be in. I imagine some kind of tank protect ban here. Maybe you ban Ball. Maybe you ban Winston. Maybe you ban Hazard.
물론 이제 오늘 앞 경기에서 이 마우가 미러전을 봤었던 기억도 있기 때문에.
No Parisio first. So they've done it both ways round. I think the problem is with Parisio is really scary against teams with like a really top Winston, which is T1. I think when you do Parisio and you're playing against like Hambin or Max or something like this, it feels way more comfortable.
변경을 한 거고 이번 시즌에.
그렇죠.
그럼에도 불구하고 아나키리코의
What does Milgari play? Ball, bit of Winston, Hazard, Mauga. He's kind of known as like a ball player, but he has a pretty reasonable hero pool actually. Alright, so where are you going to ban Doomfist? Okay, I don't hate it. I always thought like the tank ban was going to be the way that they have to go way. Word trap. But I thought that was going to be their decision.
저는 키리코나 아나 이쪽 좀 골라서 밴될 거라고 생각을 했는데
So, don't hate the Doomfist ban.
힐러 쪽에 하나를 잠근 거거든요.
It's possible they're saving the Winston ban for a better map. Because you can only ban a hero once in a series, when you're approaching an opponent, you have to consider when's the most high value time to ban Winston, right? Whereas actually, if I'm planning to pick Paricio later in the series, yeah, I think it's higher value to ban Winston on Paricio than it is on Havana, because Havana can be a very tricky Winston map anyway. I would expect actually Donghak, if he doesn't want to take any kind of ground tank mirror, to go Doomfist or to go Ball. So they obviously did they ban Ball on the first map? Any fact checkers for me if I'm not mistaken, right? Oh no, they didn't. That's the Crazy Raccoon game I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's the Crazy Raccoon game I'm thinking of. Okay, so they still have the Ball ban as well, but I guess we've seen also a lot of Doom from Donghak as well. So I don't hate the ban at all. Looks like Donghak's actually going to go Hazard instead. But low-key, I think Peppy might be happy with that. Remember, it's T1 on the defense first initially, so T1's comp is locked here. They are just going to be playing more of the Hazard comp. And it feels like T1's approach to this playoffs might just be to live or die on dive. Or some version of it. Which I know. Makes sense, right? Playing to your strengths. We'll see what Way roll out here. They're actually they're locking into a Hazard mirror as we stand. But we'll wait and see if that becomes true. It might just be to break the spawn hold more than anything else. Peppy's actually locked for... Wait, they just lock in Mauga Bastion. Wait. That's what I'm saying. That Kiri Mauga Bastion. We'll see if this is a break for spawn hold comp or if they stick to this afterwards right now. But swinging wide, they catch opener immediately, so it's done. They traded it out, but yeah, trades are always going to favour the attackers here. All it is break the spawn hold. So keep your eyes on Way's comp, because if there's a time for changes, the time is now. But it feels like they might just be calling T1's bluff. No, they don't want to take the Mauga mirror. T1 though are going to take the Mauga mirror. Then we can see. No one's on Ana just yet because of how the comps have started. They're actually on Bat Kiri, which is a bit of a weird backline compared to what we normally see with Mauga. And it looks like Aid has one plan in mind. It's to get some Lindholm explosives. Peppy on the Mauga. Genji's fighting over high ground. Form has been used by Aid, but it's been mostly DP'd by Donghak. Now Proud's going to swing. Stop comes in, but he catches a headshot. Peppy will get lamped out of this one, but the counter stop from Donghak is good. Peppy will be punished. And you see the power of Sojin into Mauga right now, just able to do so much. They'll clear out and should be able to catch this Kiri maybe actually as well. Donghak is on the hunt. Proud is going to swing into the spawn as well, and it should be some late deaths too. Suzu and TP out. They'll catch the Bastion though. Now I feel like Aid may be really going to consider swapping. I feel like the Lindholm explosives won't scale as well in the mirror, I would really have to say. I feel like the normal Bastion form and the self-repair would just be better. But we're still a long way away from perks yet, so let's not get bogged down in a perk world. For now, we need to worry about the ults. Does T1 have ult advantage? They've got the raid ready to go. They've got the cage advantage. It's going to be a window to start from Maka. They try and fly through. Overclock and raid to respond right now. Has got that overcharged perk, so he's got a bigger overclock right now, Proud. And he will get the damage done. Ray beats the window. Ray beats the Kitsune rush. Bit of help from that overclock, but job done for T1. That's 2 minutes off the clock. Lisamin's probably going to wish he had that rush back as well. A little bit late and all of that. Maka's going over to the Ana now. A chance to interrupt some of his timings, but the problem is there's going to be a Blade trade, but Opener has the beat, and there is no defensive support ult on Way, so they should just be able to win this cage trade through all of that. Aid nearly has the Bastion ult, so maybe we get a bit of a take two at the cage bomb combo. But for now, Donghak is just a beat push in. The cage comes through, it catches the Blade. Here come the bombs. Viper doesn't have deflect. The bombs come through, but they've broken the cage by the time the bombs come, so they all just get out.
났는데요.
그러니까 이게 웨이 입장에서
Combo not in time there from Wei.
They
They get nothing for it, and this is starting to look very comfortable for T1. Was a little bit worried that T1 weren't willing to take, or weren't going to be that willing to take from Mauga in some of these situations, and they'd maybe be stuck behind a little bit in terms of the pomp of the meta. But actually, they're just good for it. Nano comes out from Maka. He's able to trade one. That wasn't a nano, it's just a kill. Just the mythic animation getting me all tripped up. Pepe's going to hit the Sigma button right now. They have killed a couple of these players in spawn. And the rest of T1, they're stuck in spawn. They kill 8. They're going to die slow here, but they're just happy to die on payload. Donghack's going to run out, I presume, or just die on point. That's fine too. One more retake for T1. Pepe is on for Sigma. Sigma into Mauga. It is playable, even though we don't see it that often. I think as much as in Stockholm, I feel, not in Stockholm, sorry, in Dallas, everyone was really sort of, all the Sigma teams were had it look really hard. I feel like it's actually still really possible, especially you got the Bastion, you got the Yana, you got ways to punish this. 8 only at 1 perk right now as they start to force the cap. Gonna have to get on there right now. Proud's gonna overclock for space, swinging out on his right hand side. Viper forces for TP. Proud can't find the finishing just yet. Matrix for Pepe. Proud's gonna go deeper. Maka is right in front of him. Maka has to run, he has to hide. But Proud's pushed around, but they killed everyone on point. Proud gets his kill, but they've lost the rest of the team. And alright, what was really looking like a full hold is gonna be held. Or gonna be capped by Wei. Just in the nick of time. And come on, I guess in hindsight, what were we bloody thinking? Just let Pepe play Sigma. Stomp comes through, he avoids it. Matrix comes out, and that kinetic grasp can give a quicker rock timing as well. We know what Pepe can do with the rock. That one goes wide, fight. It's going to be a race situation right now. Pepe has been forced to the low ground. He's got Mauga above him, everyone else on his top left. Looks like they might want to try and swing the right-hand side to clear some of it now. Aid is just rolling out. Pepe's walking up on his right-hand side. Bastion bombs come through now as they try and take some space. They're going for a push-in. Opener's going to go for it. They want to kill the ulti Bastion. They're all over Maka as well. Maka's hits the defensive nade, but still dies. Now the deflect onto the Lindholm explosives, and Viper will take that as well. They're trying to trade in the meantime. Pepe threw it out. They're going to blade as well. They want the kills here. Who are you looking for it? Oh, doesn't find anything. He's made a bit of a mess of this one. They're all so low, but he's backing up into a disruptor shot. Disappointing from Who Are You in the end. I think there was a real chance actually to get a couple of trade kills here, but now Proud's going to catch Lee Sin Min. And now they're just going to catch him in spawn. It's falling apart a little bit for Wei. Needs to stabilize, needs to get a good push going, because T1 have now won a couple of fights, and that second one they didn't spend anything for.
그쵸. 웨이는 템포를 잡을 수 있는 수단이 사실 없어요. 그래서
Has Pepe lost his source?
투구하겠다는 거예요.
It's not been at the normal high standards we expect from him.
그걸 지금 T1이 안 당해주고 있어서 이런 흐름이 되는 거거든요.
Now, Cage, Blade, Ray ready to go. Wei. How on earth is the Kitsune Rush going to get him out of this one? They nearly have the Nano. Maybe that can help turn it. T1 are going to walk forward right now. They're looking for this Cage. Pressure on for Ray as well over top. Lots of overheal from Pepe, but it doesn't make an ounce of difference. He just gets burnt through it. Kitsune Rush in response, but they're bullying him forward. The Blade over the top. Should be the finisher from Viper. Maka's trying to hide and spawn. He can't get it done. 5 seconds left. Pepe has gone ball for the touch. Viper will just body block. Continue to body block at the next door as well. Nano comes out from Who Are You, but it is a very, very good hold for T1. And as much as they did get it partway through first, you have to say, I mean, what? T1 must have won 90% of the fights.
해서 싸우면은 조합이 굴러갑니다. 그런 상황이라고 가정을 했었을 때는 나쁘지 않아요. 근데 T1의 조합이 그렇게 싸워주는 조합도 아니고.
Isn't Torb just better here? Do you mean for Wei, Gala?
약간 그거예요. 바둑이랑 체스 아시죠?
I mean, probably into the Genji, into the Mauga. And then you've got the overload to punish the because ideally what you want to happen when you play Sigma against Mauga is the Mauga will make some kind of aggressive move, your team avoids that, and then the Sigma has the chance to hit the rock on the Mauga after they go in, and then Matrix a lot of his like cardiac overdrive feeling. And if you have a Tor pressing overload to do a load of damage in that moment, or you know, an Anza hit the nade as Wei did, that in theory should be a great punish for Mauga opportunity. If you can get the cooldown trade to go that way.
꽤나 좀 짧은 거리만을 허용한 채 화물을 막아낸 T1입니다.
Yeah, no, 8 has a good Sojourn. It feels like they are just, they're so bouncy and build up a moment. It feels like now they are going to go Widow at least. This is obviously way on the defense this time. Yeah, I think Torb would be way more reasonable. I don't know, like they had, the Bastion had legs, but I don't know if some of it was just a surprise factor on that Antarctic Peninsula more than anything else. Alright, it's going to be Ram this time into the Sigma, so T1 showing a few different looks here to play against it. We talked about how Winston can be quite hard on Havana, and even with that available, while it's good into the Sigma, not a good map for it. Maybe Donghak, is he going back to spawn, or is he just going to try and go left-hand side? He is going back to spawn. Alright, I said it was a hard map for Winston, but Donghak doesn't care. They're going Anna Winston, they're going to try and do it anyway. Aid is on the Widow, so expect Viper and Opener to have a lot of responsibilities to try and shut down his angle while they take the trade. For the rest of T1, for now they can just do a lot of bubble rotations to clear Peppy out, clear the side, get the payload moving. Then when they have their Nano, that's going to be their key timing to go. But Peppy's going to buy them valuable time, hits that rock onto Viper. They're going to clear out Donghak as well. Will avoid the rock, back up the choke, 65% and counting for skewed on this Nano. Talks about how difficult a map it can be for Winston here. Especially, once you get past the first point, it's not so bad, but this part of the map, this is where it's hardest for Donghak right now. He's about to have the Nano. He could send it Viper's way as well. Eyes on Donghak though initially. Has the bubble. Nano's going to come in, he's half HP, he's just going to bubble the Sigma. Yeah, they just bubble and nade for Sigma. They don't try and do the long dive. They just win the frontline trade. Sleep comes through from Maka. But Aid has found 2 kills! Wait! They get the exact value they want out of a Nano, but now who are you? He's going to back out. They push into the bubble. They want to kill Donghak. They can't kill him though. But they bought time for Peppy to come back, and Peppy has come back on Mauga, and Aid has saved the defense. For now at least. Donghak nearly has a primal ready to go in this next one. Deflex out from Viper. Swinging the close angle. Anna out in the open actually hits the dink but doesn't kill Skewed. Body shot now onto Opener. Bubble has been used from Donghak. He nearly has the primal. They actually catch Lee Sumin on the flank here. Deflex was available. That one was sent back his way. Nano came out onto Who Are You right now. He's chasing down Viper. He finds it. Who Are You is good for both DPS. He's now got Skewed in his sights. Opener is hiding behind the car. Aid knows he's there. He will grapple out right now. Donghak is trying to chase. He's got that heavy landing, so his primal does more damage. He can't burn through the Mauga though. He has to come back and help the rest of his team. We'll catch Who Are You right. We'll catch Who Are You right. Will just about gets that one over the line. Peppy is still standing on point right now. We'll charge back once the pressure comes in. I think they do have a recontest. Nate catches Peppy though. Oh, Aid again with a crucial pick! They can get themselves onto point right now. Donghak is above, but the payload still has plenty of time to go. And that was the Nano gone from Skewed, and Aid is good for it again! Why are we on anyone else's POV? Just show me Aid! 2 picks in back-to-back crucial fights, and all of a sudden, what felt like it was going to be a missed opportunity on their map pick for Wei seems more than possible, right? 50 seconds left on the clock. T1, they have 4 ultimates coming. Peppy has the cage. The cage can neglect a lot of this, but still really difficult against this ult back. They need Aid to find another kill. He's been good for it so often. Here is the beat. The cage there. Peppy will just tank it. The Nano comes through onto Proudest, and Nano overclock. They take care of Who Are You. And I don't think Aid can get them out of this one. Oh, for sleep. Okay, 1. The cap goes through. The cap goes through. He unfortunately needed 4 more after that. He's going to die late here as well. And okay, now T1 gets to a part of the map that feels a little bit better for their composition. I think there's more opportunities for Donghak to stage from better positions here, closer the gap on some of these key targets without just having to cross a big open area of space. And remember, the attack was not good for Wei, so they have to hold the first part of it. They've at least got a lot of the time bank off, but look how close that payload is. They're on Donghak right now. They're trying to get a little bit of space here on the coast. Aiden, Who Are You taking that one over? They've actually killed Proud in main during all of this. Infocytes was up. Seeing if they can get any more stagger kills right now. Who Are You will be leapt on and forced back. Aid still peeking with this, just taking what damage he can. Viper coming back with the blade. Donghack very close to the primal.
서로 지금 긁어서 딜라인을 터뜨리면 모르겠는데.
Nano nearly up for Maka. Trying to jump onto this high ground. They try the counter stop, but Donghack can jump down. He's got the Widow in his sights as well. He goes for it, but Aid catches Viper. That's the blade down. Donghack nearly has primal, and he's killed for Widow. But maybe it doesn't matter. Sorry, Peppy and Who Are You have got it done. They turn to deal with Proud. Primal is available for Donghack. Oh, Who Are You can't get it. What if Proud and Donghack were just for guys? Proud lives. They're now going to start trying to believe a point. Lee Min is getting forced out. Primal to chase this one. Donghack normally good for it. TP out, but Donghack remains on the case. No escape, surely, for Lee Min. He gets taken down. Peppy is in desperate need of help on point. Who Are You nearly has Blade. Peppy needs more help. They've nanoed Who Are You. It's a nano blade. 8 has died. Nano blade on point. Kills for Winston. 12 centimeters to work with. Who Are You is pushing with kills for Deflex. It's good. He's coming back to help Peppy. Peppy's been anchoring the point, but Nano Blade allowed way to cling on to it. Oh my god. Wait, give themselves a lifeline. And they've swapped to Bastion. They've swapped to Bastion at the 11th hour. They've got 50 seconds left to hold. 4 ults for T1 right now. Cage Kitsune Rush, can it do enough? Who Are You has cleared out Donghack, who has made his way onto the Malgra as well for this big upcoming ult trade. Who Are You installing it out? Opener's gonna be. What's that off? Oh my god. Aid gets taken down immediately, but Maiden's big on point with a nano blade, but Who Are You's got 2 with the dash. Peppy's traded 1. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Peppy has held on. 4 ults! They lose! Donghack's coming back on D, the Viper's coming back on Venture. It's going to be an absolute scrap. Peppy needs respawns as well. Aid's getting the fast TP back. Maka is closest to ult in this nano, but still 30% away. They're trying to matrix and clear Peppy on point. They've got back. Lee Min in the back has killed Proud. Viper's been forced underground. Maka has TP and pocketed Lee Min as he comes out. Now they make the dive into the back. Viper can't get anything done. Donghack is still trying to stall. Maka has the nano. Just give it to Who Are You one more time. No, it's going to be Peppy. The nade is perfect from Maka. The job is done. They hold on by 12 centimeters.
이게 어떻게 된 건지 말씀드릴게요. 후아유가 지풍을 긁은 것도 긁은 건데 돌파가 다 들어갔어요. 돌파 다
Observer lagging. Yeah, I mean, it seems like the same thing.
T1이 그런 생각을 했던 거.
I don't know if that was just my end or not.
본인들이
Hard to
너무
say.
유리하다 보니까 순간적으로
Easy for Wei.
사실 뭐
Classic Wei fan for Raider there. Just always knew we were good for the Havana. I don't know what everyone else was so worried about. Yeah, should we take a look at that last fight? Because that's the one where we kind of got screwed out of our frames there a little bit. Oh, we're quite far behind on this one. All right, it's this one, right? So let's break it down. You said 12 centimeters close. That's a massive distance. All right, they come in, be engaged from opener, and then they nano blade, right? Sleep goes wide. Cage comes out. Gets in the cage. Aid is in the cage as well. They've killed Aid. Kitsune Rush in the cage is going a long way as well. Proud now has the overclock too. Stomp. Nade. Stomp. It catches opener as well. It's actually a Peppy clutch. And then Who Are You kills both the stomped players. Proud is good for one trade with the overclock, but Peppy kills Donghack. And most importantly, Peppy is alive on point. Peppy is alive on point. And he can just anchor this for forever. And they just stall it out. Opener Ajax? No opener Ajax. No Ajax. He beat in. He beat in right at the start. He's like, his beat was just fading by then. Like, he beats him right at the start. But he stomps the nano blade. Toby has killed for fake Ajax report. Preds? Oh, good shout. All right, let me jump back to this. Because we are tied up inexplicably. We are tied up 1-1. Let me try and refresh this. Let me see if I can get the Let me do that. Let me do that. Let me do the outcome here. Way believers rewarded. Rewarded for their faith. There we go. We'll get that. Does it work? There we go. It's taking a little bit. Let me see. Let me try. What day is it today? The 28th? Let's see if this is any smoother. We could do it this way. This is the clean feed. I can close the chat. It feels like it's less quality than soup, but I guess if we have 10% less quality, but it just works, I feel like that's worthwhile, you know? But if soup works, I think I prefer soup. So there's like a fork in the road. I have set this to 1440. I mean, part of the reason I prefer soup is because it is higher quality, right? Not just in terms of there is a higher quality setting, but if you just, like, you know, when we're on this YouTube broadcast, I can just see this, it just looks worse, you know? In terms of the actual, the eye test, I guess. So I kind of want to use soup, but it's not worth it if we're going to keep hitting these pause situations, you know? Yeah, I mean, because technically this YouTube stream, or not this one, but the clean feed does have 1440p as well. But it doesn't feel... I don't know what the word is, but just like the 1440 on YouTube feels worse than the 1440 on soup. But if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, you know? YouTube recompresses live streams. Yeah, I imagine that's some of what we're getting then. YouTube has an option to use premium bitrate there, so the stream is better. Even in 1080, it's better than normal bitrate. YouTube just sucks out money and still shows ads. Yeah, it feels like there's no real great options. The soup stream, though, just as we've been sort of going back and forth, we're just buffering again, right? So it feels like I'm a really anti-soup build. Because the problem is, whenever I look at it, it's just crispo, right? It's just crisp. It's just crisp. Yeah, best of 7 for this one as well. All right, let's go. Which way round was it? It's out to the English, and this is for clean feed. Oh, thank you, 8-Tides.
경기 개수라던가 첫 시작 구도를 봤을 때는 T1 승리 땅땅땅 외쳐도 될 법한 시작이었지만
Bicep Turbo.
진짜 말도 안 되는 활용으로 이겨냈습니다.
You think that'll fix it, or do you think that'll just empty my bank account a little bit?
저는 그렇게 생각을 합니다. 조합 싸움이라던가 아니면 운영, 궁극기 분배.
Hunter wouldn't have buffed in that last fight? Of course! Because he's fucking closer to the server!
이론만으로는 안 되는 게 있다. 그거를
If I could move the country closer to the server, I would. Just so you know, if I had that power and that technology, we'd be moving the country right now.
에이드가 벌어주고 또 이제 마무리는 또 다시 웨이의 후학이었어요. 그러니까 이러니까 많은 분들이 계속해서 이 팀에 소위 입덕한.
Move us to Asia? That's all we need to do. Yeah. Why is your music so epic? Just dramatic. Just looking at the type of dramatic music you need on a map statistics screen. Wait, 50% on Parisian? I guess maybe that's right. Because they still lost one of the Sigma ones, didn't they? I can take you through the way results. Because the recent ones are more important anyway. Yeah, they lost Parisio to Falcons. They beat Zeta Division on it. They beat Crazy Raccoon on it. I guess actually then even if their win rate is only 50%, it's higher recently. You mean Paradiso? Am I saying it wrong? I never know which one's right. Why don't they host the Korean LAN in London instead? Good shout. Where am I looking? Way. Have they even played that much Parisio? Oh yeah, here they go. They lost Parisio to New Era. Cheers. That's what's dragging it down. Yeah, what's dragging down the Parisio win rate is that loss to New Era. Look, they beat Zeta and Crazy Raccoon, but they lost to New Era. So, do we value all of these results equally? You know. Is Asia tournament on LAN? So the Korea playoffs are on LAN, as is all of Korea. The group stage of Asia LAN is online. The playoff part of it, the double elimination part of Asia, is on LAN. If that makes sense. Oh yeah, did you not hear, Sabo? They couldn't get the system to work in time. They said they still needed like a few more weeks. So what they did instead is they just got admins to run it manually. Next week for Asia, Archie. So we go straight into it. So where are we? Numbani was the choice, right? Did we see map bans yet? Or have I just been... I guess I'm on YouTube now, so I actually have the power to time travel. But we've not had the map picks. Oh, sorry, the hero bans yet. No, China doesn't play in the Asia LAN. They're going to have their own OWCS, and that qualifies them straight to China. Straight to the China LAN. Pepe's still in, and where are we going? Numbani. They have run Sigma on Numbani before, right? With success. I think I've only seen them play Numbani against some of the weaker teams. This obviously actually... this makes a lot of sense for T1 as well, though, right? Because by picking this, they also block Parisio, don't they? Because they picked a hybrid to block another hybrid. Do we have any news? Yes. Can I remember what that news is? No. I'll look it up for you. It's soon though, right? I don't know whether the qualifiers are before this, but I think it starts on the 27th of March for China. Okay, yeah, 27th of March. That's what I've written down in my calendar, so I'm hoping that's accurate. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they can go to Parisio later, but still better to block it once than block it 0 times, right? So you probably do this. Maybe ban... I think if you're T1, you have to protect tank. I think you have to protect tank. Because they banned Hazard already, right? Oh, sorry, they banned... Oh, no, they banned Doomfist, actually. Yeah, they kept their options open. Yeah, so T1 have to ban tank. They just banned Sigma then, right? This is a Numbani ban Sigma angle, I reckon. And then the best counter ban, if that happens, if you are Wei, is what? Maybe Anna? And Mac has been playing a lot of Yana as well. You could ban Torb, but then do you just force a Hazard Mirror? I don't know if you actually want to force a Hazard Mirror against Dongers. Yeah, I don't know what you'd ban. Maybe you'd ban the... Because they banned Lucio already. Maybe you ban Juno or something. And see if you can get away with like an Anakiri backline, maybe a Diva or something. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Ban Mercy, call it a day. Yeah, I feel like this should be, I mean, we talked about this, right? We talked about Tennis Theory over the course of the last few weeks. And this is two teams with very different strengths. So we're gonna see Tennis Theory in full flow, I reckon. In terms of, for those who don't know, Tennis Theory is basically, it's all about holding your serve. When you get to pick the map, when you get to ban the hero first, you win that map, basically. So we might just see teams trading map picks back and forth. You have to say, Weyer probably had to clutch up big time. To get the win on Havana. But they manage it. And we're going into a 5-minute break. Alright. I'm grabbing a drink then. Alright, be right back. I can see what you're writing already. Hates marbles? Guys, we played so much marbles. I reckon I'm the marbliest Overwatch streamer. But all good things in moderation, right? Except for Diet Coke, of course, which I've got more of. Diet Coke, you don't have to moderate. Someone put in a medical disclaimer there. You think Hunter takes it? Yeah, but Hunter is like a passive marbles enjoyer, you know? Marbles in the background. When I go all in. What's the difference between Coke Zero and Diet Coke? They taste slightly different. I think originally, when they launched Diet Coke Zero, I think the initial campaign was... it was a campaign basically because I think Diet Coke was very much seen as a woman's drink. So they were trying to essentially make a manlier version of Coke to try and sell more Coke. Because obviously Coca-Cola... Coca-Cola are obviously a company that struggles selling their product, so they had to find a way to sell more product. So originally it was released as like, I guess, a more macho version of Diet Coke. But they do taste slightly different as well. I prefer the taste of Diet Coke. Personally. Different sweetener, I believe. Yeah, they've made it taste slightly different, but I think the main marketing... Because I remember when they launched it, it was the same time... Which... It was when James Bond came out.
Fuck you, Chris.
Oh, thank you, Elf, for the gift to Color Hex. Oh. There you go, Kelsey. It was when... Was it when Casino Royale came out? I think when Casino Royale came out, that was like their big launch, and Coke Zero was like very... It's for Coke Zero, that's what James Bond drinks. You know, so they were really trying to play up the macho angle to it. Masculine energy, but low cal. Great use of the cow emote there. Keep it low cal. Halfway to the Rainy Day Tracer? I mean, you're not wrong, Kelsey. Elf is halfway there. If anyone else wants the Rainy Day Tracer, the best reskin they've ever given the Tracer, probably. I can link you the bracket as well. The best skin they've ever given to Tracer. All you need is 2 subs total to your favourite streamer. So it could be 1 sub for yourself, a tier 1, Prime doesn't count, !SAS for all terms and conditions, and a gifted sub, or just 2 gifted subs if you're feeling generous. Alright, so we are going to Numbani. T1 are going to ban Ana here. So, interesting that T1 haven't chosen to protect Tank. And maybe more importantly, ban Sigma. Maybe part of it is actually T1 kind of want them to play Sigma. Maybe they're trying to bait the Sigma because they think they really like the Winston/Hazard matchup into it. I don't know if that would really just be better than just playing the Sigma, or just banning the Sigma. It means T1 keeping the Sigma ban open. But in response, they're going to ban Hazard here. So I don't know about that from Way. I guess they've already used the Winston ban, if I remember right. I literally don't remember right ever. They've not used the Winston ban. They used the Doomfist ban, didn't they, on Havana? Okay, so they have the option for both. Interesting. Alright, so T1 with the Ana. Looks like he's going to go Juno Brig instead here, Way. They're lining up the Malga right now. Remember, it's Way on the Defender's spawn, so Way have actually walked out of spawn on this Malga Genji Bastion comp. So they're committing to it. T1 will get a chance to look at what they're playing against Ventus here. I think if they saw the Sigma, T1 would very much be playing the Winston. Donghack's going to start on ball here, but could just be a scouting pick as well. So we'll wait and see what T1 decide once they see this. Obviously, we've seen T1 not be... I feel like I need more volume. Is the game sound kind of quiet for you? Yeah? Don't know if I can crank it though. It's at max volume. It's at max volume here and it's at max volume here. So I'm not sure I can actually solve this. I can add a gain. Alright, let me do this first fight. We'll try and do it between rounds. See if I can get a gauge. A gauge? A gain. I know what the words are. So they have taken the Amalgam Mirror after scouting out a spawn here. So it's going to be Sojourn versus Bastion. Again, I feel like the Bastion doesn't have the legs in the mirror. But we'll see. Stuck behind enemy lines right now, trying to get up to T1. Donkhack's going to come in, stomp is big onto Lee Soo-min. He will die as a result. Who he is going to play for trades, though. Counter stomp comes in. They're all so low. Dash through, looking for Proud. He's 1 HP, has to reload. Maka finishes for kills and gets out of dodge. Aid is not getting out of dodge at all. Now, tank advantage, though. Donkhack to regroup on the high ground, and Viper will help close out that kill. Let me see if I can... All right. Is it a filter I want? Add, gain. Alright. Is that better? Alright, I'll leave it open so I can sort of change it as we go. Alright, but that'll be first point for T1 very quickly. Now, rotating round, Viper trying to help play that front line, Deflect ready to help him win that Malga HP trade. Going to be walking in, and Peppy rather has just been cleared by Donkhack. Viper with the blade ready to go. Here we come, Ray over the top. Oh, who are you? Deletes him out of the sky with the power of the Ray. The beat comes through. Proud has found 2, but they're trying to find value here with this blade, but who are you's got nothing but a Malga to slice. Who he doesn't find the value. He's going to stay and look for a trade here and just die on point. Can't catch opener. Alright, and the double support ult does get the job done for T1 in the end. But real scary when the Viper goes down. He gets blade jacked by who are you. Now Wei coming back. They have the cage and they have the rally to throw into the cage. Maka was on the Juno, just trying to get out of spawn a little bit quicker. Peppy is half HP already. The Bastion bombs are going to try and create a little bit of space, a bit of a respite for Peppy. It does allow him to stabilize here. Proud will slide out of all of them. They actually cage on point during all of this. Donkhack finds his opportunity. Peppy counter cages. Here comes the rally, but Peppy gets beamed down. They find 1 kill, but the cage. The Bastion's just standing outside the cage. Imagine taking a minigun. You've heard of fish in a barrel? Imagine taking a minigun to a barrel of fish. Alright, we better volume-wise now. The gain doing its job. Can we hear the in-game sound? I can go higher if we need. I can also go lower. Both options open to us. Good for it now? Alright, perfect. Beautiful. Alright, Sigma swap from Peppy. Donkhack tries to stay 1 step ahead, of course, with the Ram swap here. But Peppy's good for it. The Ram can bully the Sigma a lot. Quite often Way have got out of this by using an Anane to upset that cooldown rotation. But for now, they're just deep-peeking the overclock, trying to keep it contested. Peppy will tiptoe his way back out right now, contesting the point. 1-for-1 trade, though Viper dies as he dives in there. Now the form comes out here, but Donkhack just punched him down. Peppy forced to anchor point. Donkhack goes past him, takes care of that backline. And Maka will be finished off, and this is a pretty good push for T1 so far. 4 minutes in the time bank as we get to third point. Ray v Ray situation here. Who are you with a slightly quicker blade? Now coming back. I think Aid must be getting relatively closer to the third perk. We'll see if he goes Lindholm Explosives again. Double Supporto is available for T1 though, so in theory they can answer who I use Blade with that. But Aid's going to kill Viper straight away. The beat comes through anyway. They still find a lot of value out of Array. Maka and who are you trying to stay in it? Who are you trying to find it? But he gets taken down as well. Now it's just Peppy. And 2 support ults beat 1. Again, Viper dies before the fight, but it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make a difference rather. Donkhack has the Annihilation now to try and finish it off. Viper nearly with the blade. Sojourn Proud nearly with the overclock. Bastion bombs come out. A remarkably low value ult. Doesn't find anything. Does allow them to at least get out of spawn for free. Viper's 1 HP again. Lee Min there, I think, just taking it to him with the digs. Who are you going to come in with a blade on the flank? Whip shot is good, or boot rather is good. Still catches Proud with a bit of help from those torpedoes. Opener with another boot back. Got that extra base on that boot, so will get a decent knockback, but it can't save them from that blade, and a nice efficient fight for Wei. They have to use both DPS ults, but the Bastion ult is purely cosmetic. A late kill onto Donghak as well. Maybe he does have another one. Peppy really wants this kill. They're going very deep to take Donghak down here. He's blocking in the corner. He's got the Annihilation as well. Has Peppy gone too far? He goes for the Stomp out. They're all so low, though. They're just going to kill him. The Annihilation to turn the fight doesn't turn anything at all. All right, and Wei... 2 minutes off the clock now on this third point. Only 2 minutes left. Donghak will go into the Amalgam Mirror. Who are you? Holding close. Wei want to get extra fights out of their hold. 1-for-1 trade in spawn. Kind of happy with that. They've got the Lindholm explosives in the back. Just farming up damage onto Donk as he comes. But they have made their way out here. And it will be a fight on the point. It's going to be Beat Blade versus Cage. So Peppy needs to make sure he catches this Genji. Dive into the back. Lee Min shuts him down. Another Viper Blade goes begging. They've lost their Bastion. But a 2-for-1 trade. And the Blade cannot find the value right there. Cage does its job. Didn't see exactly what he did, Cage. But Viper having a rough one with these Blades so far on the Numbani attack. Double support ult again here for T1. This has been their saving grace in some of these pushes. Roll through from Peppy, trying to force it out. Ray to keep chasing right now. Skewed can match it, but Opener has the beat. Lee Min dies early as well. The beat comes through now, catches everyone. Double support ult should be good for it. They need to make sure they die on point right now. Huyu is actually playing super deep for the trade. He's over Opener. He gets Opener. Can he live? He certainly can't live here. Will get taken down, but payload's going forward. And Huyu has Blade coming back, but he was the last to die, remember. Huyu is on a different wave than everyone else as well. Stomp wants a point for Peppy as they try and stabilize. Age is coming back on Widow, but somebody needs to touch, and Proud has just finished the job. Every dink is perfect. The Blade is not back in time, and they get a full hold. All right. Okay. So happy to take this this sort of ground-based Amalgam Mirror when they have to T1. And honestly, I was expecting T1 to maybe have to rely a lot on like the Winston, the Hazard, these type of comps to get themselves through in this series. But it feels like actually they're competitive. They're competitive on the ground comps. Ult economy isn't great for T1. Cloudy wouldn't be happy. I mean, considering full push, sorry. Yeah, full push. Viper gets it done. I mean, 2 bad blades is 2 bad blades. Is Lindholm explosives worth playing Bastion? If you ask Wei, the answer is yes. I'm not convinced myself so far. Not convinced myself. It did, like, first map, it went crazy. But it was into a Hazard comp, and I also feel there was, like, a bit of a surprise factor here, almost. It felt like they got loads of those Lindholm explosive kills just almost, out of nothing. You know, just, like, opening magic picks type stuff. It feels like since then, the Genjis have done a much better job of shutting him down. Donghak's going to get stomped immediately. It is just going to be Sojin Genji this time from Wei. Hold on, sorry. Just make it. There we go. So in theory, Mauga, good matchup here into the Ram, can bully it back. They've got pressure onto Proud as well. Huyu is diving for this kill. Where there's just nobody to heal him at all. They've lost Peppy in the front line here, but who are you? Oh, come on. Am I going back to Korea? Back to Korea.
거기에 동학은 혼자 또 불기트 잡고 나왔어요 또.
Back to Korea. This might now be egregiously loud for you. I'll turn the game back down.
결국에는 누주라
Alright.
애매하죠.
First fight unsuccessful. We went to Korea. We've gone to Korea.
예. 선수의 키리코
Gonna try and retake through this high ground again. Lee Min onto the Kiriko this time.
계속해서 버텨주고 있는데요.
여기가
Pocketing who are you through this flank. Viper's trying to mark it. Stomp comes in. Viper's caught by that. Viper doesn't die though. I thought Peppy had found the opening pick there, but they can't convert the damage. They can't convert the CC. And they will be able to stabilize. Now dive in. Oh my god, who are you? He's good for it again. Now just trying to camp this backline. They're killing the Ramatra on the other side. Viper's found a trade though, and Donghak's got his shield up. Peppy's killed one. They need to kill this Ramatra right now. Donghak is trying to run and play his life. He's got his arms out. He's on the jog, but who are you? Shuts him down. Yeah, the Genji perk. There's two different Genji perks here. So the ones we're seeing who are you use is the Dragon first, which is the one that gives lifesteal on your blades, and then the other one is Blade Twister, which is where the Swift Strike deals 25 additional damage over time when used shortly after an elimination. So just a little bit extra damage when you can chain these together after getting kills. Now swinging the corner. Way have both support ults ready to go. Opener's beat feels a little bit slow in all of this here. Donghak's gonna walk in, gets caught actually by the stomp, and his body blocks him. Peppy's just outplayed him perfectly. No chance to use this ult trade, and now Way are looking for stagger kills here. You just tried dash once and it applies for blades on bleed slices as well. Oh. Mate, did you get a kill with it? We'll see. We'll figure it out. Coming back now, 5 ults for T1. Way nearly at 5-2, who he's played a little bit short. Aid peeking the corner, overclock ready to go. As soon as this shield goes down, maybe a chance. It's going to be a raid trade first, though. Annihilation from Donghak, and Way are trying to disengage this one. They're trying to cheat the ult economy, a 1-for-2 trade, but Proud with the late pick. And Lee Min was one of the players with ult there for Way as well, so they'll have to full reset. Time off the clock, but not the worst trade, big picture for Way. They have ult advantage now into this next fight. T1 are going to have to rely very much on this blade beat to get the job done. If Peppy though can get an effective cage, they might just be good. Proud's going to go for an early overclock to kick off the fight though. Another disengage from Way. Only body shots from Proud. Oh, actually that last one, I think there was some collateral damage in there, and Aid will get finished off by Viper. Now player advantage, and T1 are going to push forward as well. They have to be careful of the turn with ults here. They'll get who are you out. Genji's trade damage. Kitsune rush now. Coming through. Beat comes through. The cage is there. Blade. Cage doesn't catch the blade though. Survivor is in the back. He finds one. He finds two with it. But who are you with the cage blade finds two as well? He goes back to deal with Viper. Dash in, but who are you anticipating that? Takes the little bit of back step. Keeps him at arm's length. Finishes off the kill. And they are on payload right now. And Peppy, he's got 2 hearts. And that means the cap is going to be rolling that bit faster. And that will be. That will be second point for Way as well. So far from over in this Numbani. Donghak trying to clear who are you off the high ground. Can't do all that much to it. Very heavy ult investment in the previous fights. There were all those trades. So will be a little bit of time before we get too much. Ray's going to be the first ult up for both teams here. So another big Ray trade. All about the small margins in that Ray. Can the Genji find the one shot because the rail connects? Can there be a stomp in all of that? Proud will get tagged with the body shot on the way out, but they're still slowly but surely moving this payload forward. Lee Min's going to kill Donghak. Just dies in front of everyone, and all of a sudden it starts to fall apart a little bit here for Way. Or for T1 rather. They'll get cleaned up. Opener with actually, that's a crucial trade from Opener. The kill onto Maka. Maka had for Ray as well, so Way here, they can take a bit of cart progress, they can make it a one-fight situation. But until Maka's back, they can't commit to this fight, so who are you going to have to concede space, you think? Donghak is there right now, he's taken half HP. Maka is back very soon though, here he is. Now the trade, overclock advantage for Proud during all of this. The Ray trade will come out, torpedoes are there, lots of torpedo damage, Viper is low, Agent's trying to swing aggressively in it, Proud goes down, can't use the overclock, who are you as Blade as well, Blade quicker, Viper is deflected, gets a little bit of peel from Opener, they nearly have it, Viper nearly has Blade if they can get it, Skewed finds a trade, Skewed gets shut down, overclock from Aid to finish it, and a faster time bank for Way.
야, 근데 키리코는 킥이에요, 확실히. 이수민이 키리코를 들자마자 후월 밸류가 살아요.
그리고 지금 약간 그 루시우의 밸류가
네.
거의 아예 없는 느낌이거든요.
네.
Is Malga 2 Hearts perk not just broken? I think it might just be. It feels like everyone's just picking that perk all the time, honestly. So I think, well, it's definitely it's maybe even more powerful on certain modes. But you think the nature of a Malga comp, on the Malga comp, how often are you not just fighting on point, right?
네.
Whether you're playing against dive, you're going to play a lot to force objective and try and bait them onto you. You're going to play to anchor point. I think as well, if you're just playing with Amalgam Mirror, you're going to be on point as well. Good, you're right as well, Inerch. Now we're going into overtime. Remember, every hero has level 3 unlocked for every role, every player. So a chance here if they want to change the comp, if they think there's some kind of level 3 perk tech tree, they can go. You might see players swapping heroes in spawn like now, like Skewed is. He's basically setting his perks on multiple heroes in this situation. So if he ever needs to swap to something, they've got those perks ready to go. Even if it's a last minute stall or a last minute swap, they'll have that. They'll have the perks already selected to go for it here. So makes sense. Good thing to do. All right, Donghak is going on to ball as well. So a minute on the clock, not a lot of time, and they're going to put their eggs in Donghak's basket. It's a round basket. It rolls around. We'll see if it can keep the eggs safe. Not 100% sure where I was going with that. Trying to get in space. Donghak is already behind right now, so we have to be ready. Ada's trying to force him out a little bit, but can't do too much. Proud onto the high ground right now. Trying to has full rail, waiting for Donghak's timing before taking his opportunity. But it looks like he might go coast now. But Ade trying to keep it. He's actually got the adhesive siphon there, so his disruptor shot sticks to Donghak. Won't kill him or anything, but it'll be pretty annoying. Now Proud coming through top left, doesn't have a rail. Donghak peeking out. He's going to drop down onto Ade. He wants to chase him right now. Oh, the siphon, it connects, but Ade hits the shot. It connects. They both died to the disruptor shot. All right, no Sojans, no hit scans. Now the Genji's battle out. Big deflect battle, but who uses better? All right, no Genjis. 3v3 situation as we enter overtime right now. Skewed taking the battle. Kiri v Kiri. TP out is available. Donghak has died on point. Somebody needs to get the touch. It has to be Opener. Opener dies as he goes for it. And T1 will not get any progress on this point. One more touch coming out from the Tracer, but it's all but done. Now it's official. T1 denied from any progress here. And now, all of a sudden, we talk about the 2 hearts perk, right? Force an objective when you only need a tick. This is going to pull a lot of attention and a lot of resources. It's maybe not the best map for it with how the Nabani first point works, surrounded by all this high ground. You still probably want your Malga if you're the attackers to try and clear and take some of this high ground space. But once you can and you drop to point, you can really pull them to point with that extra cap progress. Remember, only 1 tick Wayne need now. And this will be Tennis Fury heads rejoice. This could be a serve break for Wayne. If it's a draw, nobody gets the round, and we just play the next match. And Ade has gone Bastion. He's gone Sojin. Alright. They are in spawn, remember. Might just be checking, swapping to other perks if they want to make sure they have it. Viper's going to be starting on the Pharah here as well. He's on Widow for a shot at spawn. Alright, Pharah Sojin is something we see from quite a lot of teams in the Amalgam Mirror here. Not seen too much of Viper play Pharah before. Ade is going to go Ashe now into this. Okay, if they can get the Ashe space, there's opportunity, but might be hard to get the Ashe meaningful space. We'll see if they can here. Here we use going up to coast. Oh, the shot went to Donghak! Donghak's just caught nap in! He's looking at coast! Ada's killed Viper in main! And oh my god, they've just fallen over! Talk about perks and forcing point, all of this. What if Donghak's just asleep? I thought Anna was banned! How's he asleep?
몸통이 던져서 그냥 스턴 뜨는 거 보세요.
네. 그냥 눈만이는 웨이의 땅이 많네요.
그냥 그런 스턴율을 잘 쓰는 것
같아요. Disaster here for T1.
그야말로 이 페피 특유의 어떤
Can we
운영
rewind?
능력이
Yeah, we can see it on the
일관되게
other
빛을
one.
발했던 눈만이었고
Yeah, I don't know, like, just nothing happened, right? It's just like a pretty normal start to the fight. You know, they got the Kiri Genji trying to take space for who are you on the coast. Everything seems relatively, you know, everyone's going to select their heroes. For Kiri Genji, they're going to go coast. Pepe's going to set up from top. Viper's getting ready to try and dive into main here. Obviously, his life actually would have been much easier to do this on Genji rather than Ashe. Donghack's looking at coast. And Pepe just gets through. Like, Pepe's taking a decent amount of damage, but Donghack's just not ready for it. And then, boom. Just dead. And then Viper, I mean, he needs to go make a play. He's not really in position to it. So it ends up being actually quite an easy kill for Aid. We've seen Wei do this quite a lot where they send Aid on like solo flanks essentially here. Like it's very risky, very greedy, but if he gets the space, it can just work. All right. Should we stick with Soup? Soup was actually stable for all of that Nambani once we switched over, right? Then that means I don't have to dick around with the gain and stuff as well. Why is opener on point? Hold on. I wasn't looking. I can go over Goose. Morning, Maldo. Why is opener on point? Yeah, I don't know. Where did he... Oh, he started on high ground. Okay. I don't know why he wouldn't just, like, try and bash and still be on high ground. Like, just, like, dodge the stomp, right? But, maybe it's the bash just goes too far. It's actually really hard to stay on high ground. Because you see, he sees the Malgrim and gets out of dodge immediately, right? Unfortunately, Donghack wasn't privy to that piece of information that they saw. Oh, we got the comms replay there as well. Did Pepe just walk up? Yeah, he just walked up the stairs and just charged out. Like, T1 saw it as well, because Pepe was half HP, you know? Like, if, I mean, if he hits the counter stop there, Donghack probably still dies, to be honest. But I think Donghack has just taken... One, Donghack's taken too much poke beforehand, right? Like, I'll show you. I'll draw it for you. So, like, honestly, even at this point, like, obviously it's really fucked because Pepe's about to hit the slam, right? But the fact that Donghack has managed to be half HP, because Pepe has not as much choice, right? Like, Pepe has to come out here. He has to try and make a play and stomp out, right? So T1 put loads of damage on him. Really reasonable. Donghack is half HP before he even gets stomped. Because in theory, what you would rather have is actually if Pepe tries to do this and Donghack just avoids a lot of a poke and then just does this. Ooh, thanks, Panda. Have fun at work. And then just counter stomps him here. Way more opportunity then for like Donghack to live. Pepe will definitely die. And worst case, at least he trade for Malgas here. But it just feels like T1 just not ready. T1, maybe Donghack specifically, not ready for it at all. Does Ross do any legitimate coaching? I don't know. The worry is here is T1 have looked like the better team the first two maps, I think. But then, you know, it was like a crazy clutch from Wei, and now we're starting to see. I'm sure I've talked to you guys about the idea of the momentum pendulum swinging from one way, well, from one way towards Wei. So it feels like we're now getting further and further away from T1. Has T1 looked better, or has Wei been thrown on Bastion? I mean, the Bastion wasn't wasn't very. It was effective on that map one, but away. The pendulum is swinging away. Let me get it right. Pendulum is swinging away from T1, and it is going the way of way now. That's fair. Most confusing way I think I could have tried to say it.
이렇게 되면 T1 입장에서는 결국에 좀 인파이트 위주로 굴러갈 수 있을 만한 전장의
But yeah, certainly feels like I'm worried. Like if I'm a T1 fan, I don't know how attached you guys are to individual teams here, but I feel like if I'm a T1 fan, I'm really nervous for my team right now. Really nervous for my team. I think is it a push and flashpoint we have left as well. So I could just go New Queen Street, ban Sigma, play ball, and maybe that's just I just win. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go New Queen Street. I feel like that's like the most powerful combo they have.
맵은 되게 좀 넓은 맵을 고르기는 했어요. 이제 사이드 우회로도 많고 중앙에도 타고 올라가서 흔들 수 있는 여지가 많은 맵이라서 일단 뭐 옛날부터 뉴캐스트는 볼을 썼던 맵이긴 해가지고 지켜보긴 해야 됩니다.
그렇습니다. 자 그리고 그 볼 아무래도 동학 선수가 있기 때문에 더더욱 좀
How is Way better than T1? I mean, Way have been in very good form. Very good form lately. I know they didn't have the most, you know, their end of regular season week was their most impressive one, right? But then they had seeding tournament, they finished bottom of the seeding group, they came in 4th, all of this. It feels like, despite that, they still showed a bit of like they had legs, you know, they had arms, they had limbs that did the things that you would want limbs to do in these situations, and there was a bit of fight back.
밀가루가 나와서 볼벤 나온 다음에 해저드를 하긴 했지만 급한 T1이 이길 판이었어요.
네.
T1, no, T1 can still do it. Won't let go of the copium. Keep huffing, Luca. Keep huffing.
밀가루로 교체된다고 하는 거를 상정하에 뉴킨에서 볼벤하고 해저드 싸움 걸 수도 있습니다.
You want to see Wei in China get a vessel ahead of get the Sigma matchup to end the debate.
픽의 변화를 좀 예고하고 있는 T1입니다.
Is it 4 slots for Korea? Like yeah, into the Asia land 4 slots. 4 slots. It's an important one for T1. Obviously it's best of 7, right? So this isn't this isn't curtains for him. They'll get another chance, but you don't. I think a series this tight when map picks are so powerful, when Wei can still take you to some of those Sigma maps. I think yeah. Alright, T1 are going to ban Kiri to try and stop the double support here. But then they just left the ball ban open. So, feels a little bit like Wei have got the better end of the deal here, despite banning second. I mean, I guess this obviously forces Lee Soo-min. Like, Lee Soo-min, we've talked about him a lot. I know Hunter's a big fan of about how effective he has been on the Kiri, playing these side fights. No Ash ban. It's not match point yet, see, Raddy? You gotta save the Ash ban for match point. They're biding their time. So the ball ban being open. I mean, they can still just go Winston, right? If I'm T1. It could just be a Amalgam mirror, but I feel like, well, Havana felt like actually T1 should have won that map, playing some of Amalgam mirror. The tail end of that Nabani, that was not pretty at all. Not pretty on the Ram for T1, not pretty on the Malga. So I'm now if I'm T1, I'm really considering, actually, fuck it, we're just going to play Hazard like we did on Antarctic Peninsula. And if we can play Winston or Ball or whatever, depending on the bans and the map, we'll do that. Otherwise, I'm probably just playing Hazard. And yeah, it seems like T1 might be on the same page as that. Time for Dong Hack to put the team on his Dong back.
마우가 베이스로 일단은 출발을 하는 것 같네요.
Do you believe in TL? Short answer, no. We'll talk about it more tomorrow once we get to that part of the bracket, but short answer, I don't think they make it, no. Alright, let me get these spreads closed. Donghack is on the hazard, it is Faris, Sojin, Wei are still going. Still going the Mauga direction. Let's turn it up a little bit. Hopefully that's volume balance are about right. They're stuffed up a choke right now, T1. And we've seen Zeta Division play Mauga into hazard before, have a lot of success against Wei. Age is going to get forced out by Donghack right now. Thank you very much, Seaborn, for the 2 community gifted. That's a rainy day tracer for you. It's a rainy day for Who Are You right now in Toronto as he is getting taken out before this fight even begins. And T1 find initial success with their swap to the hazard call. First fight. First fight very quick, and you see there, one of the problems, when we were looking at our VOD review yesterday, was actually Wei playing the Hazard comp when we looked at those maps from last weekend, and they were really struggling into the Mauga from Zeta Division. And I think part of the reason was they were never able to get their Hazard passed onto meaningful targets, but this time though, Donghack, what does he do? He immediately finds a jump onto the Sojin and can't get punished by the Mauga here. So Zeta Division feel like they had a better read and control of the map when they played this version of it. Not seen that on this initial fight. Lee Sin-min is going to go over onto the Ana as well. Potentially quite vulnerable as well. But remember, there's no flankers from T1, right? It's just the Hazard that can go in, try and play off the rail damage. But there's the sleep onto Donghack as well. He's going to get stopped, but Who Are You? He takes down Zest as he tries to swing to help Donghack. Donghack does at least get out though, but player advantage for Wei. Maka's 1 HP, so they walk forward, has to be careful. Age is swinging. Proud's in a bit of trouble. Slides out with that one though. And they will be able to give him regroup. Donghack is still in though. He's awfully low, half HP, needs a bit of pocket, trying to survive, low on block, gets himself behind the bus. Ray and overclock to bail him out, and wow, that has absolutely deleted them. It is the overcharge that Proud is using there, so he gets that extra damage on the overclock. Now Maka will be sliding in, gets taken care of, so ends up being expensive for T1. They both felt the need to press their ult to get the to save Donghack's life, really. So they can threaten cap right now, but remember, lots of ults coming back for Wei here. T1 have this barrage ready to go, and Zest does indeed have the drift thrusters, which allows you to move in barrage. For now though, T1 happy to slow it down. They know they're at ult disadvantage here, so there's often 2 choices. Oh wait, he's going to drop it! Oh, not the Tokyo Drift Zest was hoping for there, and that is going to be an easy kill for Who Are You. Optimistic at best from Zest. And Zest obviously making his first appearance in this series as we go into a 4th map here. Viper seems to be struggling through a lot of that Numbani. And Zest is now coming in, also to play the Pharah as well, so a bit of a comp swap, or a hero swap here. Donghack trying to play on the high ground, has this down 4 available. Dive into the back from Who Are You? He's just killed the backline. He's just killed the backline. What if Who Are You killed? What if Who Are You killed everyone? Was that Ajax as well? It feels pretty Ajaxy, doesn't it? Hopefully we'll get an action replay of it. Yeah, it's actually couldn't ask for more. We don't see any of it on screen. Hopefully we get a replay. But Who Are You? Ajax's opener into killing the rest of the backline. The guy still has it. He never didn't. And as a result, Wei are going to get checkpoint off this fight as well, so we're all tied up in terms of distance. Now the blade is available, downpour comes out, deflected there, so Donghack's just going to downpour himself, tries to wall off, but the sleep cancels his blocks. Who Are You? Take care of that one. The opener kill is easy work after that. And T1, every ult is going wrong for them right now. They have the Ray, but they are pushing into Cage Blade. Donghack is going to go Mauga. Walking forward, but this is 95 meters, and opener gets picked as well. Aid has it. The Ray comes out in response. Donghack's going to get antied and deleted, though the Ray from Skew does absolutely nothing to save anyone's life. Who Are You? Denies any trade as well with that kill. And Wei are looking like they're about to full push right now. Zest is swapping over to Genji now. Going into close to a near mirror just to bring out a difference. Overclock out spawn from Proud. Oh, it's hopelessly early from Proud and way are long gone. T1, another ult down the pisser. Has any of their last 5 ults got any value? I don't think so. Lee Soo-min is about to have another nano. Nade comes out as well. Zest dives into the back, wants to make a play onto it. Deflect comes out. Stomp comes through as well. They get the kill. Good kill from Zest there. Ends up being a scrap, but they're trading out with spawn advantage here, T1. So they win a fight there, and that was... I didn't see what happened to the nano in all of that. Was it a nano Jax potentially, or was it stopped? I didn't see what happened, but either way, the nano, I didn't see it. So T1, a very good fight win for Bear in an ult disadvantage situation, and once they get the spawns, they can meet again. They can meet again on this middle point. Proud wants to go right side. He's going to run into Aid right now, looking to try and get him low enough to finish it with the rail. Holding his shot, reloading, walking forward. Dink is there, disrupts a shot, forces him back. Proud has caught a nade. He's awfully low. Donghack has made a bit of space right now, but they still need help. Aid has put the overclock, so Donghack is going to run. Proud is going to run. Needs to be careful. Tail end of this overclock, but Aid can't find the connection. Everyone from T1 lives. Another body shot from Aid. Proud's going to slide in, though. He wants the heat. He's going to go in, rally in response to the raid. Proud and Aid trade each other again. Openers in all sorts of trouble. They're trying to catch him, but Scooter's there with the pocket. Can't save his life, though. Scooter will get chased down by Who Are You? The payload is now moving away. Zest is still dancing around for Trace, as is Donghack. The sleep is good, though. And Who Are You? We'll just get all of it. Now 3 minutes left on the clock, and the lead is about to get even bigger for Wei. Cage for both teams. Ray advantage for Skews here. Should be enough to win it. Nano comes out early onto Who Are You. Opener's going to need that Ray, but Nade is good again. The Anna's so powerful when he's big ult trades. Deflex is there. Donghack's going to shoot himself mostly. Who Are You's looking for the finishing blow. Who Are You will get the finishing blow. Fist pump and celebration from Who Are You. Happy with that one. What a map from Who Are You.
정확해요. T1이 어느 정도까지 했냐면 야 너네 쟤네 볼 던지면 치지 마. 볼넷으로 걸어 나가고.
And we talked about the pendulum swinging in the direction of Wei. It's only getting further towards them.
말로는 2개 맞았어요. 그만큼 어떤 4번 타자.
Have T1 banned Genji? It's a reasonable question, and I think the answer is only going to disappoint you.
왼쪽으로 한 번에 기울기 시작합니다. 아니 킥클레버한테 산으로 50m 모았잖아요. 근데 상대가
The answer will unfortunately only disappoint you.
그렇습니다. 자, 후아유의 슈퍼캐리 결국 웨이에게 매치 포인트를 선사합니다. 과연
Who's the coach for T1? It's Fletter and Rush. Or Rush's head coach, Fletter as assistant. Alright, T1 now find themselves 3-1 down. Map 5 though, so it's flashpoint only. And this is a bit of a rough one for T1, right? Because what flashpoint? They have to go Surabasa, right? Can we watch the Ajax? Alright, yeah, let's see if we get a highlight of that Ajax. Maybe, have we missed it already? Because we didn't really see it on the, let me go back here. Yes, to best of 7. Yeah, because here's a dodgy barrage. Oh, here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, right in front of him. Right in front of him. Right in front of him. I mean, yeah, the barrage was... I've seen better. I've seen better. Alright, T1 on the ropes. The precipice of not even making Asia land. That's why you signed Who Are You for Genji meta. I mean, Goomba was right. Goomba was right. Why can't T1 pick New Junk City? They can pick New Junk City, but I feel like You don't want to play. You don't want to play these ground tank matchups if you are T1. Do that. Yeah, you don't want to play these ground tank matchups if you are T1. So Suravasa's better for that. You can go. The best one, like taking into account bans. You don't ban Malga yet. It's just go Suravasa and ban Malga, right? And then what's the best ban they can give you back, right? There's not too much. You gotta feel Gambam and Genji. I don't know. Do you think it's really? I mean, obviously, Who Are You is popping off, right? But ban Hazard. I mean, maybe the Malga ban also is like... I think the Malga ban is better because you also protect your ability to play Hazard or Ball or whatever you want as well, right? I mean, to be fair, Wave actually already used the Hazard and the Ball bans. So maybe it doesn't matter, actually. You don't need to worry about the tank. So you could ban Genji. I think... So yeah, protecting tank isn't as necessary. But I don't know if you just want to get rid of the Malga to get rid of the Malga, you know?
감히 이렇게 표현하고 싶습니다. 위대한 겐지, 후아유.
Ban Malga, play Ball, yeah, or Hazard. I think could be really fine as well. What heroes were most played today? Probably a bit of everything. But we're still leaning Malga probably most heavily. We still saw Winston Ball in some places, right, in the earlier series, bit of Diva. Malga seems the go-to on ground maps, but the dive maps are still dive maps.
수라바사 뽑은 다음에 본인들이 원하는 대로 가는 것도 방법일 것 같아요.
Alright, so choice of... Have they got New Junk City?
어쨌든 웨이가 난절을 잘해요.
Wait, have they got New Junk City? Is that what his graphics telling me? It doesn't have Suravasa on it.
그래서 차라리
oh wait, there we go. There we go.
겐지를 나서
Alright.
뭐 제트와 프라우드의 밸류를 높여주는 것도 하나의 방법이 될 수는 있습니다. T1 입장에서요.
그렇습니다. 자, 웨이는
Thoughts on banning Sojourn running double flex DPS? I don't think it's good. It's not good for Wei.
기분 좋게 돌아가고 있을 것 같은데.
Oh, sorry, it's not good for T1 either. Like, both teams just have a hit scam player and want to play hit scam. So, Suravasa, and we're hoping for a Malga ban, I think, if you're a T1 fan.
방금도 말씀드렸지만 T1이 그냥 뱅카드가 어떻고 우리의 탱커 뭐 힐러 딜러 폭이 어떻고 그걸 떠나서 일단 겐지 자르고 일단 겐지 자르고 보자.
그러니까 모든 변수의 시작이고 이 어떤 생각지도 못한 구도를 만드는 1등 공신이고 그럼 이제 그런 변수, 최대 변수는 쳐내고 봐야죠.
이러면 T1이 겐지를
You think they're going to try and play Ball? I could see him still playing the Hazard comp here. Because again, the hardest, I think the Malga makes the Hazard more powerful as well. I think Ball's always like, feels a little bit more counter-pickable than it maybe did pre-perks. But maybe time for Ashbron now. Oh shit, you're right, sorry, I left the Preds to run. We still got time. Alright, Preds are going up. 3, 2, 1. Gotta be quick. Alright, so you want to ban Genji.
유지력 꺾어서 니네랑 우리랑 한번 붙을까?
Way have banned Ana.
우리 한번 해볼까? 이런 식으로 가도 괜찮아서 괜찮은 느낌이고 그리고 아나를 잘라버리면 마우가
So I guess Wei wants to play Malga, right? And what's the most annoying thing? What's one of the most annoying things if you play the Malga comp, or one of the scariest things is to play into Nade right now, right? So play into Nade, take that away, make your Malga comp more powerful. Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with this ban from T1. I think the Malga ban would have had more impact. I mean, they do force Who Are You onto a weaker hero, etc, etc. The real problem here is the fact that we are talking like, oh, which one of these two powerful bans should they use? We're on map 5, we're on match point. Why do we still have 2 really powerful bans left? We're losing a series. We've picked 3 maps, we picked 3 bans. We still got 2 powerful ones left. You know? That's the real problem. Save them for map 7. Maybe you're right. Ooh. I don't know. I mean, I know who you has this reputation as a Genji one trick, etc. But
앞서서 잠시 선수가
I don't think
다시 또 경기 준비해야 되는 상황이라고 합니다.
비행기가 연착됐나 보네요.
예.
he's not that hard for one trick. You know, like we might just see him play Venture, maybe Torb or something as well.
잠시만 기다려주세요.
Maybe they anticipate that. I mean, Torb's pretty good into Ball and pretty good into Hazard, so maybe he will just starts for Torb here.
짜서 해주시니까 참 감사한데 걱정도 많이
이게
되더라고요.
왜냐면 이제 떨어지면 좀 오래 기다려야 되거든요.
예.
그러다 보니까 이게 응원을 하실 수 있으실 때 최대한 열심히 해주시는
It's a band to swing the pendulum. I mean,
드시고
if it works, it works.
마시면 좋을 것 같아요.
자, 현재 계신 분들은 에너지 비축 이 타이밍에 해주시고 시청해주신 분들은 채널 즐겨찾기 업 구독과 함께.
Yeah, his straight isn't that bad, but it does even the matchup. I think makes it DPS wise quite a lot.
겐지까지 이끌어내면서 상대방의 정말 초강수를 좀 강요하고 있는 웨이예요.
근데 제가 생각했었을 때는 오늘 약간 그 힐벤을 통해서 압박을 넣는 것 자체는 T1도 잘 활용을 하고 있었다라고
Yeah,
생각을
and also they're going to be response banning as well, right? So like if Wei want, they can just keep protecting the Mauga and Sigma in these future situations.
탱커의 밸류가 좀 더 산단 말이에요. 근데 오늘 탱커의 역량 느낌 좋아요. 웨이가 느낌이 좀 좋긴 해요.
Is Wei the biggest surprise team of OWCS Stage 1? I mean, in Korea for sure. Globally, it's probably a bigger question. Maybe. It depends how far Nightmare go. I think if Nightmare go all the way, Wei mentioned, there's a real argument for them. But I don't know. Wei like. T1 slipping the I feel the same with Peps and Nightmare. I put in the same category of like impressive so far, but it doesn't count until it counts, you know? Like a good regular season is good, it's impressive, but to be the, you know, you're talking like who the biggest surprise team, you need to actually qualify for that, right? And that's what Wei are on the verge of doing here. They are on the verge of qualifying for a LAN. Well, qualifying for a group stage to qualify for a LAN. So many stages in Korea. Alright. Tight predictions right now. Peppy is on for Mauga. Donghak will be mirroring it. Who are you is on the talk as we suspected he might try and be. Maybe anticipating a slightly different comp here, Wei, but T1 will just take the mirror. Really, wow, there's a lot of praises to sing on the behalf of Wei for how the mirror's gone so far. Who are you has been going off. Peppy has been doing a lot. Mac has found big nades and big sleeps, which of course he will have the opportunity to just take Anna out here. But Stop comes in onto Aid right now. Will get himself out of that one, survives. Will reset with his team. They're very low on health though. Donghak's able to trade one kill, Aid. Makes it a 4v4 again. Swing back onto the high ground. They've lost point during all of this, remember T1. And Peppy is back, anchoring the point. He has ran onto that point, so he doesn't have run to get off. So Peppy is maybe stranded here. A body shot forces Aid to DP as well. They are bullying Peppy away. He runs away on 1 HP. Repeat from Aid doesn't lead to any kills. Proud is coming in. Disruptor shot as well. Can't finish the kill. Peppy tries to respond. But Donghak and Proud, they find those final kills. What I was going to say is, wow, there's a lot of praises to sing for Wei in terms of how much impact Who Are You and Aid have had at various times here. I think the biggest difference with some of these Mauga matchups has actually been a Peppy over Donghak gap here. So I think for T1, I really need to see a better performance out of Donghak. I mean, if Proud can do this, this will help as well. This will help as well. Proud with the overclocking spawn cleans up 3. Looking for more, but T1 responding in kind. But T1, I need more from Donghak, and I need our macro to be better. I need to win some of these bloody ult fights more consistently. They have Cage, Barrage, Ray ready to go. T1 have a powerful combo, probably a more powerful combo than Wei have. Gonna be a trade of a choke. Cage comes out from Donghak right now. There is the Barrage. Drift Froster's gonna get beamed down, doesn't survive. They are all trapped in the cage though, and Donghak is beaming everyone. Bob's in the cage, but Donghak doesn't even care. They've absolutely crushed them in that. There was all the ults used for T1 to win that one, but they have to spend everything. But they win the big ult trade. Now Wei coming back with a Cage Molten Core, so a chance to lock him up. Chance to lock him up and then melt him. T1 now have a choice. Do they play slow? Do they play sneaky? They try to play a little bit faster, but Pepe's just got an easy Cage onto opener. His shield is going to get beamed down. Molten Core comes in as well. They tried to play for the trade. Counterpin in the Molten Core means Who Are You is going to get all the cleanup. Didn't even need to move his mouse and keyboard at the end for that one. The Molten Core, the turret will finish the job. Wei win the first fight. The costs them both ults. So T1 have equalised the ult economy in exchange for conceding first flip. Happy with that, actually, I think, if you are T1. Now a chance to come back. Overclock will be your next ult. You can lead that way with Proud. He was good for it last time, but it's a little bit harder to find value on the retake and overclock than it is on the holding one. Zest has got this off angle on the left right now, just trying to fire rockets in. And they have cleaned him, and actually Proud finds the opening pick. Opener's going to kill the turret, but Lee Soo-min on the flank again. Oh, he's actually always good for it, isn't he, Lee Soo-min? Playing the Kiriko instead of a Brig in this mirror, but gets himself in that angle. T1 want to go in to clear him outright now. And I think T1 might slow it down. Lee Soo-min still on this high ground. Opener will hit the whip shot. Lee Soo-min is still there. Spots for Farah out. Coming back with overclock. Skewed has a slight Ray advantage as well. If Wei can get to one of their support ults, they probably get to both of them though, and that could be a swing factor. Zest trying to find a bit of space. Overclock through main. Not too much to shoot at right now. Wants to catch Who Are You. Ray to keep going. Catches Maka with that one. That would have been the Ray coming back as well. Headshot onto Who Are You, and Proud is ready to rumble. Proud refuses to go down this series quietly. He wants to go to the playoffs. He wants to go to Asia. Well, Asia playoffs. And now they have ult advantage for the retake, but look, they're trying to hold a little bit closer. T1 make it a bit of a surprise fight. Stomp comes through with that Ray. Who Are You in all sorts of trouble? Donghack gets the kill and lives. Aida's going forward with the overclock. Finds one, kills Proud, kills Skewed. Player advantage now for Wei as they rotate towards point. T1 though did force out 2 ults there. Happy with that trade. Again, T1, we said their macro needs to be better, and it feels like they're starting to find a few ways here to play efficient ones, more efficient fights. They do concede for flip, but they at least have ult advantage for this next one. They clear the turret. Cage actually comes out from Donghack here. Molten Core in the Cage. Opener's just getting fried. They're in so much trouble. Opener's found a little safe bit of ground. Gets out, stopped just land from Pepe. Opener just about clears his feet. There is still Lee Soo-min behind. They will clean it up. They win first fight. That was Cage rally in exchange for the Molten Core. Okay, trade's okay, I think. But now Wei have ult advantage for this one. It's going to be Cage and Kitsune Rush. T1 in these ult disadvantage situations, we've seen them play fast quite a lot of the time. They've got a barrage to go with as well. Swing on, barrage is used by Zest. They're trying to full pocket, but the turrets for rail, everything hits him. But Kitsune Rush does too much damage. Donghack still alive though. He's going to come back and he's going to stomp and kill Pepe. They are going to die in the Cage though. Alright, the Cage gets them through in the end, even though it was a scary one for Pepe. They used 2 ults in exchange for a barrage. So again, feels like a kind of macro win for T1. But it's all about winning the important fights as well, because there we saw T1. They won that fight before this one, but it was off the point. Oh, Proud's good for it again! Twice now, Proud has just found the opening pick for his team. Proud will not go quietly into the night. He's overclocking for the retake here. 150% on his charge. Lee Soo-min is 1 HP. Suzu's not enough to save him out of that one. Who Are You is here as well. Easy cleanup for Proud. Just the overclock for the retake right there. And now this next fight is pivotal. This is the big... this is the big trade, but this time Aid finds the opening pick. Aid not going quietly into the night either. It really is a very noisy night here. Ray advantage for Skewed. Maka's only a couple of steps behind though. Oh, they dive for the kill. Zest actually gets the kill. Ray push coming out from Skewed. Maka's in all sorts of trouble. He does get the Ray off, but he dies for it. Opener has flipped the map. Who Are You has come in, looking for the trade. He has the copy ready to go. Opener is burning to death. Donghack trades Pepe right now. He's like, Donghack's got a Cage! He's 1 HP! 8 can't kill him! Donghack has played it perfectly on 12 HP! He gets Who Are You out of the copy! Donghack does it! from Dong. 12 HP Cage. Oh, they get the cap. They get the cap off it. We said we needed more from Donghak. We bloody got more from him. We've got more from him. Huge ballsy call from Donghak to do that one. They had a chance for a retake if they want it. But Donghak, not scared. Not scared to try and clutch. Unbelievable value from Donghak. Zest staying onto the Pharaoh right now. Gets full stuck, and Who Are You will get the assassination on that one as well. Opening pick, and this one will end up going a little bit more easily for Way of T1 here. Oh, sorry, for Way rather. Ooh, okay. Good opening pick from Who Are You. Puts them in a situation where they get first flip without having to spend any of their ultimate. They have Kitsune Rush and Overclock for this hold. T1 have the Rally and Barrage soon. Aid. Struggling to get onto the high ground there. Pepe's going to back it up to point as T1 try and walk up. Haven't invested the Rally yet. Maybe waiting for this Barrage to try and combo it. Just burn through the Malga. Stomp comes through. Proud finds the opening pick. Now the Rally, the Bash comes through. Kitsune Rush in response. Where is Zest? Eyes on the sky. Barrage is still available. Zest is coming in. He just wants to burn Pepe. He's going to burn everyone with that one. Ult fight is good. Retake is there. Barrage, Rally 2 for 2 trade. Big help from that opening pick. Big help. But the ult fights are looking better for T1. The Pendulum, they are clawing it back in their favour. Now Proud has the overclock on this hold. Pepe has the cage though, so T1 has to be careful how aggressive they are with this. If they all get caught in that cage, it could be big trouble. If they can catch someone on the rotation, that would be huge. Eyes on Proud, down to half HP. Lee Sin-min will TP through, pocketing Who Are You to clear that angle. Now Donghak goes forward, Cage comes in, Opener is trapped in the cage, he's in big trouble. Donghak has gone past though, the overclock is behind. Donghak is very low on HP, he's got burnt down. They've killed the cage with the overclock, but they need kills, not just the cage. Oh, they can't get any more. No trades. And they get the... There was a Ray invested there from Mappa as well, which is worth noting. T1 now coming back, Cage, Ray. One fight for T1. One more chance in this retake. Fighting for their tournament lives here, T1. They come in, Pepe's going to go deep, copy Malga, a second stomp. The second stomp hits, Opener needs a lot of help. Donghak will counter stomp. Who Are You trying to keep himself alive with the Malga? Way have got it for copy Cage! And Way are tying this up 2-2 right now. Oh, the Ray! Oh, the chance goes begging for T1. And now we move on to point E. Final point of Suravasa. Cage Barrage available for T1. Overclocked, Ilya Kitsune Rush for Way. T1 have the ults to win this fight as long as the cage connects. Eyes on Who Are You. He's going to fly in. He's gone so deep here. He's surely just dead. Yeah, Proud's going to kill him. Lee Sin-min is committed to try and help him out of that one, but he's going to die. They still use the cage, though. And they've actually... Wait, Lee Sin-min killed Zest, actually. They traded one for one in the back. Not a clean one in the end at all for T1 right now. Mac has got it. Pepe's got a kill. And Pepe might just take over. Proud has killed it. Proud needs the full pocket right now. Pepe realizes there's pocket there, so we'll back it up. But Way, they can contest for this first flip here. Pepe's going to get himself on point, deny that flip, and T1 have to concede the space. They actually Kitsune Rush for it as well, and T1 are already quite far back. They're going to re-push with their own overclock. Cage comes through, but Donghak outplays it. Zest doesn't outplay it, but we barraged into the side of the cage. Now the stomp comes through. Donghak avoids that one as well. Donghak is just giving Pepe the runabout right now, but there's still a player down. Now the chase comes in, they all slide back, ready to turn the fight, but Opener, the stomp hits, Pepe's good for it. Donghak come flying through as well. They have to keep disengaging, Donghak won't make it out, and everything is going going against T1 right now. Ray trade coming up, but T1 have lost a lot of these ultimates.
들어올 때 궤도 쏘라 윽박 치고 궤도 뽑고 궤도로 덮겠죠. 이거 어떡할 거예요 이제.
그러면 이제 또 프라우드 바로 봐야죠. 해줘야 거죠.
All on this Ray trade. Way one fight away from going to the Asia playoffs.
프라우드가 제스트도 사실 지금 뭘 하기 힘들어요.
그렇죠.
All eyes on them.
궤도 쓰라는 거예요. 궤도.
Pepe has that bigger overclock. Opener's going to get one shot as the Ray trade comes in again. Scuda's trying to trade it. Who Are You's killed Zest. It's a 5v3. Way are going to the Asia playoffs. Proud finds one. Overclock to finish the job from Aid. Donghack is low HP. The disruptor shot is stuck to him. Aid will finish the job. They did get the flip. They can rush back to it on fast heroes, but it's so hard. They're even going to die on the way in. Opener's going to try and get one more touch. Opener triggers the overtime, but there's no one left. Way 4-1 in the end. And I thought T1 had changed the momentum of their series there. I thought they changed the momentum. It looked like that was their map to win.
T1이 첫 패배를 경험할 때까지만 해도 이건 의외의 결과다라는 여론이 많았지만
But not to be. And T1 failed to make Asia playoffs.
증명하면서 이렇게 코리아 스테이지 1의 탑4 당당하게 진입하면서 아시아 진출까지 확정됐습니다.
웨이는
Devastating result for T1.
까지만 하더라도 완전 에이드 후알류의 그런
Devastating result.
기대는 점이 좀 높구나. 딜러 캐리력이 주요한 점인 팀이구나라고 생각을 했었는데 이게 뭔가요?
Yeah, I mean, Way are a fun team to watch. They're not afraid to play different comps. Player of the match probably goes to Who Are You? Yeah. I mean, no surprise. One of his quietest maps was the one where he can't play Genji, right? That final one. Still got the opening pick on point D. Still reasonable value out of those copies. But yeah, have to say, as much as it's disappointing for T1, I think it's worth talking about Way as well. Because this team, I think people maybe, I certainly expected them to fall off outside the Hazard meta, but certainly shown legs beyond that, right? Getting a lot of getting value out of Milgari's ball, even more value out of Pepe Sigma. What's most impressive about the win today, though, is how much Sigma did Pepe play, right? Like maybe 10 fights across the series or something? Won it mostly through playing the Malga.
그렇게 시간이 흐르고 흘러서 에이펙스 때부터 쌓아 올린 시간이 어느덧 9년입니다.
그렇습니다.
살아남았다라는 게 증명하는 거죠.
강하다는 것을.
네.
저는 후알류 선수를 보면서 그걸 느껴요.
Called the Echo pick, you did.
발차기를 한 번씩 연습한 사람보다
Good on you, Hemisphere.
발차기를 1000번 연습한, 1000번 연습한 사람이 무서운 것이다. 후알류 선수가 그 산 증인이에요.
그렇습니다. 그리고 오늘 이 수라마사 마지막 플래시 포인트에서의 모습을 보면은 그 1000번 연습한 한 가지의 발차기 이상으로 이제 다양한 발차기들이 호환되기 시작하는 모습 보여주면서
When did I say that, Gandalf? You're just making up misinformation. Just making up misinformation now.
참 이게 뭐 여러 가지 스토리들이 있습니다만 지금 옥저블 CS 안에 진짜 좀 만감이 교차하네요. 한때 루나스카이라는 명분 팀에서 막내
Oh, it's what Stack said? Oh, it's because you asked me. I thought you were trying to quote me. Yeah. Well, who would have guessed, huh? Who would have guessed?
강함을 잃지 않은 오히려 더 성숙해진 모습이 진짜 말이 안 됩니다.
그러다 보니까 여전히 오버워치 좋아하시는 분들이 후아유 선수의 이름을 계속해서 연호해 주시는 것 같아요.
자, 오래될수록 가치가
Gotta be really impressed with their.
속성이 되는 듯한
I'm trying to find a way to say it without saying Way twice. But you gotta be really impressed with Way. The way they've gone about it, the style they play, they're not afraid. In a lot of these top matchups, they're not afraid to play their own stuff. Very confident plays. Who Are You? Aid play a very aggressive style. They're happy to take risks, happy to take duels. And we're gonna get, is a Who Are You player for game? Not Perma, Shazana, but they definitely, Lucio Min does play Lucio when he has to, but they really prefer not to.
With what they managed to pull out with that Maga kick.
Preds? Oh, good shout, Lemon. I can cash that for you.
Interview gracefully translated by WDG.
네, 오늘의 마지막 경기 웨이가 승리를 가져갑니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
Sorry, someone asked the question, how would I restructure T1? I mean, I think the obvious places to upgrade are Flex DPS. I don't know who you would get, though. I mean, maybe you can just steal Who Are You. Right? It's just the nature of how salaries work.
Alright, so let's hear your thoughts on victories. The question for Who Are You? I'd be shaking in my boots, personally.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest one would just be to take, like, Lee Min. I thought Scoot played fine, honestly. Like, didn't feel like any particular egregious mistakes with Varay.
From the beginning of today because the game wasn't going well. But I think I pulled together with my teammates and won. Yeah, very much. That first map was a little bit perilous. But Who Are You certainly found their vibe on map 2. That much is for sure.
No, Lemon. That was it for Korea. This was the final one.
Okay, question number 2 is: it looks like you did well in the mirror match. What was your
What about Lego? No. Who is Wei coach? It says Dongsu. Can they not take Pelican? I mean, probably not, right? Because again, like there's a lots of like it's easy to suggest players, right? As in like players who can upgrade.
Actually, I didn't know
But if we start thinking how many of these are actually possible, like realistic,
we did quite well.
it's hard. I think it becomes a lot harder. Like maybe Who Are You is just the easiest because you
Didn't think it would do well. I did not think it would do well. Either, to be honest.
just get proper. Now, thank you, Archie. Now we are now we're talking.
Well, during practice, it's a scrims bastion, Kev. It's a scrims bastion.
Yeah. Cheeky scrims bastion. Must have had Zephyr in for that one.
They should have gotten Jwoo Bliss.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, the Jwoo one seems like a good shout, right? But I don't know if the Jwoo one was as obvious at this point last year. Maybe Checkmate would want to go back. I don't think Checkmate will leave.
Did you expect your prime to continue this season? Great question there.
Because it does expire after 30 days.
True. Actually, I expected it because it's been like that since Scream. Was that the name of Who Are You's first?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with a lot of these like supports, like a lot of these ones, like you put like.
He said Scrim. It sounded like he said Scrim.
Oh, I wish I could write. But you put like Fixer, Faith, Bliss, Opener. Like, I feel like this is like, once you get past like the Chio sort of Chirong Violet tier, these are like all the supports. Like, you're probably right that Bliss is the best option out of those. Oh yeah, Vinny as well. You know, and it's just like, none of these options feel great, if you know what I mean.
There's a question, Who Are You has the highest number of highlight views. What do you think? It's because my Genji is fundamental, which I think is quite true.
Yeah, bro's Genji Shuriken play is also crazy.
I mean, I think all these players are the same. He says, like, don't put them on the same tier. I'm not saying they're all, like, exactly perfect skill, but I think they are all really, really similar, right? Like, again, we can argue and debate the, you know, the exact ordering, but I think in terms of tiered options, my point is more, I don't know if any of the players on this screen that solve T1's problems. If you know what does that close the gap between any of these teams? I don't think so. Maybe Lee Min.
From Who Are You here? Encouragement for Wei as they head into a perilous match against Acer Division.
I mean, maybe Lee Min's interesting because they could do more of a double flex stuff.
First of all, thank you for,
you know, they have to sort of go their own way with it a little bit, but maybe there's like more room in that.
I woke up leg day today, so I can relate. Do it one more time.
More good flex supports around. That's also true, right? Also true. Probably easier to sign a talented flex support than anything else. Anyone kicking about in Japan, China? I don't think so, no.
Asking for a word to the fans now from Who Are You?
Yeah, that maybe seems like the best role or the best option for him. And then again, like, who would you even get flex CPS wise? Because I feel like Who Are You really is the guy, as long as it's a Genji meta, right? This has sort of always been true of him, right? He is the guy at a Genji meta, but he's not the guy, I think, once you once you go a little
He was
bit
the best
wide
of
of
all
that.
time. I mean, the guy's been playing for so long. It's incredible that he is still this good, and the most well-deserved.
So I don't know. Yeah, it feels like
진출하게 됩니다.
there's not a huge amount. There's not like an overwhelming amount of options here for T1 to solve the problem.
웨이가 그 순간대마다 누군가의 클러치가 나오는.
네.
이제는 저게 저 팀의 좀 컬러이지 않을까 싶고 아마 상대하는 팀들도 그걸 경계하기 시작하지 않을까 싶어요.
그렇습니다. 자 이렇게 FTG가 FTG 그리고 T1이
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, like everyone always tells me like Zest is like this top quality player, but I've never been blown away by him. And even like when we scrimped him and stuff back in Overwatch League, he was
선택하게 됩니다.
like he felt like a good player, right? Like I'm not trying to say he's shit or anything, but I mean compared to the standard in Korea, where is he? Like 6th, 7th in the region? Zeta has picked Way. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, no surprises there then, right?
그렇습니다. 한 번 더 왔습니다. 예, 이 아래 대신 또 이제 많은 분들이 성사 되자마자 소리를 지르셨을
He's top 10 for sure, yeah. Yeah.
두 팀 중에 한 팀이 결승에 못 간다는 거.
상상도 못한 일이거든요.
Has Taejong impressed more than Zest Viper? I don't know really. No. I think no. Given the standard of opposition, etc., I think the answer is probably no. I mean, there is an argument that maybe like play like Taejong or something just younger, but again, it's like a if you can actually get him out of there. I mean, Taejong is probably like more accessible, but again, I feel like because when we say how do we fix T1, right, or how do we improve T1? What is the goal if you are T1, one of the biggest organizations in Korea, if not the biggest? You are a partner team in OWCS. What is your goal? To scrape 4th place? Scrape past Way? Your goal has to be to crack the big 3, right? That has to be the aim. But I don't know how you do that without breaking up the big 3 a little bit, you know, in terms of like take some of their players. But I don't really know if that's not possible. Buyout raccoons, yeah, but then we get then we get into a bank balance problem, probably, you know, in terms of what's affordable and what's not affordable. Poaching Pelican would be huge, yeah, but I really don't think Pelican is poachable. I'd be so shocked if Pelican leaves that team to join T1. I'd be so shocked. Sunjin is maybe the pickup? Possibly, yeah. Wherever team skins. I mean, everyone Nunes would take times this. Like, let's not do fucking fear-mongering here. All the orgs were aware it was going to be a while before the skins were ready, so there's no scammers being pulled. Why not just play Viper 100% of the time? I mean, for a lot of the reasons we saw in today's series, right? Like, by the time we got to Numbani, it felt like Viper was cooked. I don't know what it is with Viper. It's like, he always seems to get worse as the series goes on. Maybe it's like, again, like the go-to explanations for something like this. Just the pressure getting to him. Once he loses confidence, he just can't recover. But yeah, I don't think Viper or Zest are really up to scratch. Viper looked really good last year. Did he? I don't know if I buy this. Because didn't Viper also have the situation where he played 2 maps and then got fired, then got benched for the rest of the tournament, and then got fired? Like, I don't know. If that's on my CV, I'm not feeling great about that. You know, like... like, yeah. This is slander. It's not slander. It's objective. It's a literal fact, Wilder. He literally got perma-benched after 2 maps and then got fired afterwards. Like, I'm sorry if you're a fan of Viper, but unfortunately, not willing to rewrite history for you, pal. Asia playoffs will be before China, yeah. Okay, but how did Yeti do when they had Checkmate versus Viper? Checkmate was better! Checkmate was 100% the best player on that Fnatic team by the end. It was back when I did the player rankings after every map. So I think we'd probably even... I've probably even got, like, my recorded opinion at the time. I thought Checkmate looked like the best player on that team. Not gonna be buying this. That's Checkmate slander. Checkmate had a really bad start to the year on Rock, but once he was on Fnatic, I think he was actually good for it. I mean, like, China is like, he's like a, what would you call it? Like, I feel like he's the sort of player that tricks you, in that he looks like he has these really high peaks, but the problem is, it's nowhere near consistent enough. So these really high peaks, if you can only get to it for like one map of a series, it's not enough, right? It's not enough. Yeah, I think that seems quite reasonable. I feel like the same thing about Zest. And I feel like it's not even necessarily like a what we talk about where a player plays to a certain level against like evenly matched or lower opponents and looks quite good, but then can't raise up to the level. I think what we're just talking about here is a gap in player quality, right? The best players, you know, you put them in a tougher environment, tougher opponent, they rise to the level. Everyone else they hit their sort of cap, you know, or their ceiling. And occasionally they can punch above that ceiling, but if they're only punching above that ceiling once or twice, then that's really fine. Do you know why I get it? Are you trying to watch replays, Lucas? The replays are bugged at the moment. So if you skip around too much, well, I say sometimes, it quite frequently crashes. So the best way to watch replays now is just to try not to skip. Just try and use the fast forward as best you can. So it's pretty annoying, but that's sort of the best you can do. Is the China season just not on Wikipedia? I feel like it was. I mean, I got the dates from somewhere. Where did I get the dates from? Oh, yeah, it's right here. Didn't even have to look that hard. It's right here. There we go. Oh, someone's got the link as well. Thank you, San. Do 3 teams qualify from Asia? No, only 2. So what we've got now is, if we just recap the entire situation, is... Where am I now? Go back. Get off China. So what we have now is we have our top 4. This page should be updated now, hopefully. Yep, bracket is updated. We've got our top 4. These 4 teams are going to Asia. They'll do a little bit of sorting out, right? So whoever wins these 2 games, one will go into one group, one will go into the other group at Asia LAN playoffs, and then same with these other 2 teams. Then when they go to Asia LAN, they'll join... So these are the 4 Korean teams. They'll join Varo and Vortex. Varo and Vortex still need to play in that final to sort out their seeding. And then the 2 Pacific teams, whose playoffs are also next week, if I'm not mistaken. They go into 2 groups of 4. So 2 Korea, 1 from Japan, 1 from Pacific. Same again in the other group. These teams do a 4-day online group stage, worth noting. Online group stage round robin. At which point the top 2 teams from each group, they will enter our double elim bracket. And then out of this, the top 2 teams, this is go to China. This is go to China, this sort of box at the end here. Get to the grand final, go to China. There's only 11 days from the end of China to the major. Yeah. How many Chinese? Two teams from China. They'll do a system that I think the China system is going to be more similar to what we've seen in OWCS, where it'll be a little bit shorter. Yeah, so 2 groups, similar thing. 2 groups that just feed into a playoffs, and then we'll just do like a small double limb bracket. Yeah, all right. Here's the easiest screen to see it. Is China just once again in rock? I mean, those are the 2 teams that have been announced so far, but also probably seem to have a big monopoly on all the talent, right? So the assumption right now would be that once again and rock will be there. Yeah, so like a mini version of it last year. It's only 2 weekends. Is it just for 1 weekend for group stage, 1 weekend for playoffs? Surely they're going to play oh, if they're doing like 4 play days. Oh, okay. So yeah, one weekend for regular season, 1 weekend for playoffs. Packing it in. Obviously, they've had to start quite late because the game wasn't available. So hence the delay. Why is replays bugged? It broke in the perks update. Spilo was I was talking to Spilo yesterday, and he says he thinks when he spoke to some of the people at Blizzard, I think unfortunately it was looking at like a 3 or 4 week fix for it. So we have to deal with this for a while. Promotion relegation games are on. What was I going to say? Is it the 13th of April? I want to say. Hold on, I can tell you for a fact in a second. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, 13th of April. Yeah, right before the China Major, you're right. Does Asia also have promotion relegation? I don't know how it works, actually. I don't know if they just relegate Vesta. Do they just relegate Vesta and then just sort of go... Then Vesta are forced to re-qualify? Yeah, I don't know how it works in Asia, actually, in Korea, in terms of promotion relegation. If they'll just do, like, an open qualifier. Maybe it's just, like, because that's what we did last year, I think. Like, a certain number of teams are safe, and then the others just have to go back through the open qualifier if they want to qualify again. It has promotion relegation. What's for, like, how many teams go up and down? Can you check my C9? No, we're gonna... Not watching your clips. Not now. Do Japan and Pacific teams get to scrim versus Korea? Not really, if at all. Or maybe this is answer this one as well. Yeah. Yeah, there's like whenever you do scrims, you want to play against opponents tougher for you, right? The better the players you play, the more you learn, the more you can improve, etc., etc. But there is a breaking point, right? Because again, if you play against better players in ranked consistently, you'll get a chance to like upgrade your skills and get better. But if you are just suddenly playing against Kevsa and Proper, and you are just getting absolutely rolled, spawn camped every single fight, don't get to fire a bullet before you die, you're not learning anything, you know? The difference is too big to actually get any learning out of it. Is the volume way lower? I had to mess around with the gain a little bit. I think I turned it off, though. It's just on the desktop audio. My mic might just also be far away. Wait, sometimes... Let me check this. You know what do you call it? Where am I going? There. Has it turned myself... No, it's not turned me down. I think I'm okay. All good? All right. Maybe it's just you then, Pulsicle. What does that do?
What does this do?
I can't believe you've been pressing this button for 9 months, Turlins, and you don't know what it does. I'll tell you at the 10th month, okay, Turlins? Have Zeta picked? Yeah, they picked Zeta have picked Way. Have I watched the new Kaja video on TU? No. So yeah, what we should do, there's probably not too much to talk about. I know we're like, there's no EMEA or North America today, so we can sort of stay on for a bit. But I don't think there's too much to talk about that we won't just talk about tomorrow, really. Worth noting, semi-finals locked in, Zeta Division versus Way. And Team Falcons versus Crazy Raccoon. Do you trust Way in a grand finals? I don't think Way get into the grand finals. This is Zeta Division's tournament to lose. Yeah, I think the same thing. I think I said at the start, but yeah, I'm in agreement. I think Zeta Falcons is maybe what we're going to get for the finals. I mean, the Falcons Crazy Raccoon match could really go either way. But I think, honestly, no matter who wins this game, I think Zeta beat them right now. Peppy isn't done. He might be done. Because again, it felt like, because while Way made it work on Mauga today, haven't Zeta looked like the best Mauga team in the sort of small sample size we've got recently? Can we do EU and NA Preds? Yeah, we can. I'll talk about them more tomorrow in more detail. But I can do a quick one. Way wins it all, calling it now. So many Way believers. Yeah, I'll just do a quick one, and I won't do like super in depth in all my reasoning because we're going to talk about it. We'll go live a little bit earlier on Saturday to talk about all of this and like the stakes for every one of the teams, etc., etc. But I can give you like, I guess, broad strokes of what I think's going to happen. All right, so I think maybe I'll do North America first because I feel like, I mean, maybe both my thoughts are maybe controversial. So maybe first result not going to be that controversial at all. I think SSG will still beat Timeless, right? I think that's true. I'm actually Nightmare win again. Like I don't know. The scrim bucks on Nightmare are really high. The performance against Team Liquid really makes me believe actually. Because I was expecting Nightmare to get dragged into this dogfight of win on their maps and their comps, lose on the comps where TL can play. TL can play the stuff they're good at, like the ball and all of that. Maybe ball is a little bit deader than it once was, and maybe Team Liquid were just playing an ineffective comp, and that's partly why they did so badly. And now, if they just have Infected play Winston, everything will be fine. So I expect Team Liquid to be closer, but I was super impressed with how well Nightmare played. Super impressed. And if we go into a Mauga, if Mauga becomes more prominent in the meta, I don't think that's particularly good for Team Liquid anyway. So I'm a little bit, I'm pretty worried if I'm Team Liquid. Saying all that, I mean, Team Liquid, they're going to beat Rad Esports, right? And Timeless, I think, are still good to beat Avidity. Maybe, I imagine this Timeless Avidity game is going to be closer than Timeless would like it to be, but I think Timeless still get through. And then I think Team Liquid still beat Timeless. I think they're okay for that. And then this is where I think it will just be like a rematch here. SSG securing the China spot. Best of 5 or best of 7? My guess would be it's only the grand final that's best of 7. I don't know if anyone actually, I don't know if that's true or not though, but that would be my guess. I think it'll be all best of 5 and a best of 7 final, kind of similar to how it was last year. So yeah, that's my prediction for North America. I think the biggest thing is probably just expecting sort of buying into the Nightmare hype, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think this will be closer, right? Like, I think we're not going to see Team Liquid get 3-0'd again. I think that's reasonable, right? Team Liquid aren't getting 3-0'd. It's going to be way closer. I think if they play the Winston instead in a lot of these situations, they could be good for it. But Mauga, I think, still feels a little bit scary for Team Liquid as a comp. Maybe possibly for SSG as well. So if it is leaning that way, Farah and stuff as well, maybe this all just lines up a little bit, you know. Just lines up for Nightmare, I think, quite nicely all of a sudden with the heroes that are going to be played compared to Team Liquid. So I think if Team Liquid can just force for these Winston matchups in more situations, maybe that should give them the comp advantage on Nightmare. But But it depends how many maps they can really do that as well. That's like a big question mark. So yeah, I'm pretty sort of set. That's kind of my opinion for now. Obviously, we'll see what we get when we actually start. I think for what it's worth, I think Team Liquid's still like, we're still in a big free situation, right? Sorry, Timeless. Sorry, Cap. But we're still in a big free situation where any of these three teams, I think, can still qualify, right? Who plays better on the day, who can find the right matchups, who can have success in the draft, everything like this. So I think that's really possible. So I think it's not impossible for Team Liquid, but I wouldn't say they're favored right now. Wouldn't say they're favored at all. All right. And then EMEA. I think that one's actually true, San. All right. So VP beat Gen G. I think we're keeping it nice and easy there, right? I think OWCS beat Team Peps. Oh, I've actually written the wrong name. Hold on. This will be GG. VP going to both the lower and upper bracket. And then this will be OWCS. Let's make it this one Peps. So then what I'm predicting, which way? Let's do upper bracket first, because I think VP are just good for it, right? Like I think EMEA is super wide open in terms of these top 6 teams. Anyone, it all seems possible they can beat each other right day, but I think there's sort of like 5 teams, and then there's VP. So I think whether it's first place or second place, VP qualify for China, right? Has to be kind of set. But the second team, I think, is really open. Really open. Yeah, you say Vestal and Malga, and I agree with you. I think it's a weak hero. I think it's a weak hero. But it depends if he has to as well, right? Because remember last time it was a heavy Malga meta, and everyone had to play Malga? Do you remember when EMEA just beat it with Sigma within their own region? It wasn't until they got to the Korean teams they couldn't beat it with Sigma, right? So I think there's like the Malga's good in the current meta, but I don't know if it's strong enough that you can't just get away with other stuff as well. Type 1 of T, you're going to China? Fuck. I'm going to have to resist typing 1. You know what I think you are good for, Chris, though? This time you beat Peps. This time you beat Peps, okay? This time. And I think also, actually, TM do the same thing to GG. I think GG and Peps actually end up finishing 5th, 6th here. I'm seeing more belief than doubt. I'm seeing more belief than doubt. They'll have Zodio every map this time. It's true. But I also think, like, you know, we talk about players having to sort of level up and prove themselves. I feel like this is now the new test for Zodio, right? Because last time, I know Peps had different players last year, but they still had Zodio, still had FD God. We talk about players stepping up in the games that really matter, right? Peps have had a really great regular season, and Zodiel was looked like the best player. Zodiel, maybe even the most in-form hit scan going in EMEA right now, right? But now, this is the next test, right? Young player, all of this stuff. This is the next test right now. Now it's playoffs. Now it really fucking matters. Can you put in the same level of performances in these big games? That's the sort of step up you're hoping for from Zodiel now. But I think Peps will fall off. Or maybe not fall off, but just not be able to replicate the same performance they played in regular season. Which I guess is another way of saying a fall off. This will be OWCS here. And then this is where it gets really messy, right? Because as much as I feel like I want to predict TM above TU, I also think TU's biggest problem right now is confidence. But if they can win that first game, we've talked about pendulums, guys. The pendulum can swing. Can it swing enough? Can it swing enough? Amalga mirror? Could it be Amalga meta? Is Chase any good at Malga? Maybe not. Hadi or TV&T, probably a safer choice there. So I think I am going to go TM. TU Slingshot should China. Oh yeah, KSA will probably just play the Malga. Yeah. Yeah. Depends how much, but then maybe that also gives them a solution on some of those maps. Quartz will answer gap no matter what the meta is. Why has he not done it so far then? Sorry. It's good news, guys. It's like, we'll explain it one day, I'm sure, but it's like, it's basically, it's good news, right? It's good news. The slingshot broke, now we're on pendulum theory. They're connected, you know? They're connected. So, okay. TU versus TM. I don't know. Can I be convinced? Can I be convinced TU would do it? I maybe can. I think this game is like, I mean, it's a hell of a lower bracket semi-final, right? A hell of a lower bracket semi-final. So this is pretty 50-50. And then do I think either of them beat OWCS? I mean, actually, I guess the question also becomes, is how Malga pilled should we be? Right? How Malga pilled should we be? Because so there's like different levels here. Because if it's just a Malga mirror, suddenly teams like TU and TM probably get a big upgrade over Ziad, right? But what if Diva's just still viable, right? If Diva's just still viable, then OWCS, they're not as affected by this sort of shift to more Malga that we've seen in Korea in the same way, right? FPO had a lot of Malga yesterday. Ziad spamming Malga on ranked. Okay. But that implies then, if we rewind this back. Rewind. If we rewind this all the way back then, still Ali Q. If Ziad's spamming all the Malga in ranked, that feels like that feels like if it is a Malga meta, Chris dialing 111, which is actually the non-emergency number to contact the police and the hospitals. So somebody please send Chris help, but it's not that urgent. So maintain that we're in the TU-TM world here. But if it is that Malga heavy, you guys won't believe this. But if it's this Malga heavy, you guys aren't going to believe. Your guys going to be so upset when I say this. But if it's going to be that Malga heavy, is it actually a lower bracket sweep? I mean, I've been accused of being biased before. Is it a lower bracket run back? No? I mean, the hardest one is TM, right? Presuming like TV&T and Hadi have both shown like pretty reasonable levels on the Malga. I think KSA is better. But does Ziad have it? Like Brain says he's slamming it in ranked, right? Brain says he's slamming it in ranked. So he could be pretty good at it, right? One thing that's true with Ziad on Malga is there should be concern because we've not seen him play it before. But because we've not seen it before, we don't know if it's good and bad. There's definitely higher risk to it, right? Which is why I think it's maybe time to sort of devalue maybe Alcatzia a little bit. But then we have to upgrade TM and TU, which makes me almost think whoever wins this game gets to the final and goes to China. Right? Why are we certain Malga is meta? Based off what we've seen in Korea, based off word on the street, and based off the fact that, you know, like, apparently everyone's playing it in FPL, apparently even Ziad is slamming it in ranked. Reckon Brain's good for that information. Curious on your thoughts for why we keep seeming to go back to Malga at international LAN time. Is it just rock, paper, scissors, or other tanks being strong that don't have shields TM? Oh, thank you, no idea.
Mate, you're talking about the 2 to 5 team here. Take a breath, lay off the copium and give us a proper cred.
Yeah, but they were 2 to 5 last week. Everyone's 0-0 right now. It's all to play for. All right, yeah. So to answer your question as well, about from 3 of 12 about why we always end up back on Malga.
So much money, but been worth it. Also, ain't no way Peps goes a 0 to 2.
Thank you, Paradas. Thank you. You don't think they go 0-2? I mean, I hope they don't. Like, Peps have had a really good start, so I'd like to see him build on it. But why do we always end up back to Malga? I mean, it's an interesting question. Because it just always seems to be the case. I mean, this time it feels like it's more of a perks thing. I think certain things are true of, like, sustain is always good, survivability is always good. And, you know, that's why Ball was so popular, right? Sustain survivability, it's why Hazard was good. They can just live through all these situations. But what happens when you have Malga in a state where he can live through all situations? Thank you, Kyoshi, as well. Appreciate the 7 months. But once Malga can live in all situations, and he can just anchor point the whole time, which a Hazard can sometimes struggle in depending on the tank matchup, or a Ball can struggle in as well, because that's not what you really want to be doing on Ball. I think if Malga can do both, survive, win the frontline trade with any other tank, and he just lives in all these situations, it's just like, if he's ever viable, it's just a really deadly combo, I think. And I think maybe the perks have just put him over the edge just enough. How many teams are going to China? 2 from each region being North America, EMEA, China itself, and Asia, which is a combination of Japan, Pacific, and Korea. Ask Chris about his last scrim versus TM. I feel like you've got an inside track here, Gando. I feel like you're setting me up with a loaded question. Chris wouldn't talk so much shit here if he was 100% certainty he makes China. I don't know. I think both TM and TU, one of these teams is going on a lower bracket run. I think one of them makes China. I don't know which one. Or probably the one who wins that lower bracket semi-final, honestly. Candle's tea is going to taste so good. But Chrissy's confident. Wow. This time we are gonna get. Well, it's not. Maybe it's not gonna be a super Sunday, but it's gonna be. It's gonna be a bloodbath of a Sunday. Grow up, virgin. Chris is always confident. Well, you want him to be confident. You don't want a coach who turns up and says he doesn't think it's going to work out or it's looking pretty ropey. But I don't know. If a meta keeps leading this Malga way, and then there's this situation where you have the Havana and you have the Dorado, which are still like really strong picks for their map pick and their turn, and then you just get to play Malga everywhere else. You can win series off this, you know? You can win series off this. I mean, people are so keen. People are so keen, and it's actually an Overwatch problem as well. It's Overwatch. Some of it is a limitation of the scene because Overwatch doesn't have enough events. But people put so much stake on games that have no stakes. And it's happened all the way through. It was OWCS last year. People were gassing up fucking Pets, gassing up Viz teams. All of this just because of some results in some low stakes matches. Come on, guys. It doesn't matter until it matters. Do you know we need to be putting our place here. Because do you know what happens in real fucking games? In real fucking games, nobody gives a fuck about online matches. You win an online match in CS and you go and brag about it, you get told you have to kill yourself. It doesn't fucking count. You won an online qualifier? Doesn't fucking count. So come on, guys. Regular season games, round robin. It's good that teams do well. This is the stepping stone, right? We shouldn't. I'm not saying we should shit on the teams who do well in regular season, but come on, guys. It only matters when it matters. A regular season online qualifier? Come on. Copen, this isn't even about to you. This isn't about to you. This is about all of it. This is about last year. You know, I read what you guys say. I hear and see your opinions. It's been 13 months of hearing and seeing your opinions. 100% people value these things super high. Why do you think on Uncoachable last year, we were so keen to take the piss out of Peps and these teams that were hyping themselves up for doing well in some of the online matches, you know? Because again, think about it this way. Think of the examples from last year, right? Does anyone remember the regular season results? Or do you remember who won the LANs? Yes. Both? Only remember the good games? So who were the big, like, regular season runs then, right? Because again, right? Rewind it even more back. In Stage 1 last year, right? TM won Stage 1, right? But did TM have a good Stage 1? In the regular season? Or only in playoffs? Don't remember? Yeah, like the bit before playoffs, yeah. Because they got to that final, and then I feel like they had to absolutely pull it out of the bag, right? Because they got... Maybe regular season's the wrong word, but they got, like... If I remember correctly, they got, like, shit on in the upper bracket final. and then they came back in the grand final, right? Right. So did TM have a good stage 1? Yes, right? Because they won. If they had just got bummed in that upper bracket final, it would have been okay, right? But it wouldn't have been as big. But in the grand final, it wasn't close at all. Yeah, well, TM, like, what's the word? They ripped up the playbook and did it again. Who the fuck cares about playoffs? Turtle Hacks is actually taking the position and pushing it the other way. I'm just saying, guys, things are different when the stakes are real. Things are different when the stakes are real. And any other sport, any other esport, once the stakes are... If you want to be one of the best teams in the world, if you want to be one of the best players in the world, to be regarded as that, you have to do it in the big games. That's why I don't rate Zest. I don't rate Viper that highly. Because they don't do it in the big games. And if you can't do it in the big games, right, that's your cap then. That is your cap until you start doing it in the big games. And I think we've seen lots of high potential, right? We've seen lots of teams do quite well in the regular season that maybe not everyone expected. Team Peps, Al-Qadsiya. But now is the time to make it count. I was talking to Chris in DMs, and apparently T was running a brand new meta in playoffs. Like, I was legit crying tears of joy when I saw the comp. Trust me, it will change the game. Thank you, Turland, for that insider info. So I don't know. Like, I'm excited for playoffs here, but I think people are really keen to rate things with low stakes very highly. It's the same thing people say about scrims, right? Can't always believe for scrim bucks. Can't always believe for regular season results. Do you remember when, again, come on guys, look at our two big examples last year of teams who believe their own hype. EXO and Peps. And do you remember what happened to EXO and Peps last year? Do you remember what fucking happened? After they believe the hype of their low stakes games? Wasn't there a serving of humble pie? We had Goomba last year to kill EXO. Yeah. Wasn't it just Chase that got poached, not their whole team? I mean, maybe the argument here is that Chase was the entire team. Oh yeah, it was Ataraxia first, you're right. It was Ataraxia before they became VP. How would I value Prime EXO versus CR? Lowly talent. Rainy Day Tracer? What do you mean, Sims? How are you timing out Rainy Day Tracer? What do you want me to do with that request? I don't know what you're trying to achieve. Is there any more games today? No. Starting Saturday is going to be the big one. Whoever gives 2 subs gets 10 minutes timed out. Remove everyone I gifted to. No, it's rainy day. We're actually in a rainy day tracer privilege world here. All right. I feel like